when they are, get something, okay? All right? And at some particular point, you guys need to sit down because I don't need that
Welcome to Mingus Marauder Football on KYBC AM 1600 along with Jackie Bessler. I'm Zach Landra on the road in Kingman, Arizona to take on the Bulldogs in a big section game. The Marauders hot, 1-2 in a row, look to get back to 500 with a victory here tonight.
They certainly do, and they have done so in stylish fashion, winning last week at home against Mojave 41-18. The Bulldogs have definitely suffered this year, still looking for their first win on homecoming here tonight.
Not happening tonight. They did just introduce their royalty and their court here for King and Queen for Kingman's homecoming, 67th year that they've had homecoming here at Kingman High School. All right, fans, we're going to have a good game here tonight. The Marauders looking to get back to 500. Off of back-to-back wins. Bulldogs looking for their first win of the season. Let's see if the Marauders can get things rolling here tonight. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with the rest of our pregame show coming up to you by Vinny's Pizza. Brought to you by Vinny's Pizza. We'll be back after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Welcome to the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 and have pasta, subs, or specialty pizza delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings. Now let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back in Kingman, Arizona, the Mingus Marauders and Kingman Bulldogs have left the field to get ready for tonight's ball game. The Marauders coming off a big win last week against Mojave, 41-18. Mingus has seemingly got the offense rolling the last 2 weeks, JB, putting up over 100 points in the last 2 weeks. Mingus has gone to the air. They've gone to the deep ball. Jordan Upham has been throwing some pretty good deep balls lately, and the Marauders have been able to capitalize on scoring some touchdowns through the air.
Well, 6 touchdowns in 2 games in the aerial attack, which is kind of unheard of for Mingus Marauder football. So
like to hear it more.
Yeah, no kidding. Glad to see it happening, and the Mingus Marauders cruising along, as you said, starting to get things going. Now, last year at Mingus Union High School, the Kingman Bulldogs made it a close one. Mingus did win that game, but 24-19.
Right.
And so it was a lot closer than what we had expected coming in. For last year, Mingus comes in Division III as far as the power points, ranked 22nd.
Right
Zach,
now,
that's important. Kingman at 0-8, down toward the bottom at 44, and having some issues right now with keeping personnel on the field.
Yeah, well, their PA announcer, I had a chance to speak with Dave here before the game, and he mentioned that the problem with Kingman right now is that they're losing 2 and 3 guys to season-ending injuries every single game. He said, we had a chance to beat Cocoa, should have beat them. We got the ball scored to take the lead or tie the game or something. On the ensuing kickoff, Cocoa takes it back for a touchdown, and they win.
Whoops.
So Kingman's been trying to find themselves here this year. They've got a new coach. Their head coach had his wife had a medical problem, their coach last year, and he had to leave in like July or something. So their new coach didn't have a whole lot of time to implement his program. He's got things going now, and they're off to a rough start. It's been a rough season here for Kingman, but as Dave, the PA announcer, said, it builds character.
Well, it certainly does, and unfortunately, well, we'll also, take a look and see how young they are and see if they're going to still have some of those up-and-coming players. When your character builders graduate, then you kind of lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and we'll have to look and see. We'll have to look at their roster and all. I believe they do have a lot of seniors playing right now.
They do.
Which is the problem. The younger guys are not playing, and as far as getting better for next year, they're sitting on the bench watching the seniors getting beaten. They're not getting a whole lot better themselves.
No, that's kind of difficult. Here in Division or Section 4 of Division 3, the Mingus Marauders, with their last 2 wins, have moved up to number 3 in the section. And right now, tonight, Prescott and Bradshaw are going at it. Both of them 4-0.
That's gonna be a big one.
That is a huge game here tonight. Both of them 4-0 in the section. Prescott coming in at 6-1. Bradshaw 5-2. And I had made mention that Prescott has got a tough schedule to finish up the season. They got Bradshaw, which will not be easy. Then they turn around and play number 7 in Division 2, Deer Valley, and then they finish up at home with Mingus, and that could be a huge game for the Marauders.
Yeah, hopefully they're a little beat up by then.
It might be.
All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. We'll get a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Vinny's Pizza pregame report.
Mingus football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau building near 6th Street and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new Dollar Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Back in Kingman, Arizona, the Bulldogs and the Marauders ready to battle it out here in the section. Big game for Mingus as they look to get back to 500.
Yes. It's been a while since we've been anywhere close to that.
Hey, and I'll tell you start your season 0-3, and if at any point in the season you can get to 500 or over, which we expect with a win tonight and a win next week against Coconino, you've done a good job. These Marauders did not give up.
Right.
At 0-3, they saw we're through the tough part of our schedule. We're going to have some teams that we can beat, and we have to beat them. The Marauders went ahead and did that.
Well, not only that, but the Mingus Marauders have certainly sustained some injuries during the course of the season.
Yeah.
And that has always been a problem. The Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness Injury Report has been, unfortunately, a little bit fatter and fluffier than normal. Zach Simmons, as we understand it, came through his surgery just fine. Can't wait to see that young man back, but we will have to wait until next season to get him back. Want to really see if McKeever plays here tonight. I know he's been struggling with his knee, and hopefully our starting center will be back for us here against Kingman here this evening.
I know two guys that are out tonight for sure, JB, and one of them is Ethan Kim, who we saw got dinged up a little bit last week, and the other one is wideout, number 14, Anthony Lopez, who is on crutches right now. Looks like he has something with his left ankle. And so those are two players that are on our injury report for tonight.
Well, if you've got an injury or something's not quite right, go see our friends at Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness. You'll find them on Willard and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood. And don't forget, they also have the huge pool available.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget that.
Oh, no. Fantastic people out there. They know what they're doing. And, you go ahead and tell them that you heard about them with Mingus Marauder football. Hey, our homecoming king here tonight, which I thought was quite unusual. Before the game, they went through the elections.
Oh, God bless them.
And number 70, big number 72, Shane Poe, has been announced as the homecoming king. And
he's a big fella.
The queen tonight, Megan Gull. And And as we understand it, the announcer said she was just quite a sweetheart. Also want to give a shout out to our friends at the Chef Club. Wasn't that cool?
That was awesome, man. I love the Chef's Club. They got a Chef's Club over here that tries to duplicate the Marauder burgers. Not quite, but still very good. And the Chef's Club hooked us up tonight, JB. They came over and gave us some burgers and stuff like that for some chips and stuff for dinner tonight. Unexpected, completely unexpected. They saw us in the press box. Hey, do you guys want some hamburgers?
Right.
Well, yeah. And they brought them over. We didn't catch their names, but great kids. The Chef's Club, that's a great thing to have here, especially in an area like this where you have such a close proximity to Las Vegas and to Laughlin and places like that where they, if you're a chef, you can go to some of those places and get in real well in some of those good restaurants. So, maybe that's what they're trying to do here, and they're giving these kids a technical trade, maybe, I guess, coming out of high school to where they're ready to get right into the workforce.
Well, they're bacon burgers are technically good. But we do want to remind everybody that Lewis Rice Accounting, and the Marauder Burgers are still in the lead.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Very cool. Hey, we were talking a little bit in the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Mingus coming in at number 22 in the power polls.
Yeah, well, it came up from 28 to 22, so that's a 6-spot jump. It's going to be harder to make such big jumps as the season goes on here. But if they make a 6-point jump again, they're right at 16, JB, and that's headed to the playoffs.
Well, number 17 right now is Bradshaw, and Prescott from our section is holding on to number 13. So both Bradshaw, actually all three teams, Mingus, Bradshaw, and Prescott, gaining ground in the power points as the season moves along. And once again, those two squads.
One of them will lose a little bit tonight, Prescott and Bradshaw.
Well, of course, Mingus is out here at Kingman. Glad to be along with you. Snowflake, who is 7-1. That's good for our power points. They play Payson. They are also a ranked team here tonight.
Cactus
has a, let's see, they'll host Dysart here tonight. Cactus has done extremely well. They've continued their winning streak. They are 6-1. Paradise Valley, who shut out Kingman last week 44-0, will play Cactus Shadows here tonight. They've got Cactus Shadows, Notre Dame not having a good season, and then Chaparral. The North squad, the Mustangs, lost 39-0 last week. They'll play at Westview here tonight. That'll be a tough one.
Yeah.
We'll get a win from either Prescott or
head coach
Bradshaw.
Bob Young went when he left after following the 97 championship season. Westview.
Westwood.
Yes, it was Westwood.
I thought it was, absolutely. Flagstaff. Either Mojave or Flagstaff will win tonight. One of those two, so Mingus will pick up a little bit of points there, and Coconino is out of the section here tonight playing Campo Verde.
Oh, and I wish it was Camp Verde.
Yeah, well, Coconino right now, they have lost the last two games by a score of 113-7, so they're struggling right now.
That's not getting it done.
No.
Well, the Mingus Marauders won the toss, and of course they deferred. They'll kick the ball off to start the football game and see if they can pin them deep and get the good field position. Jose Moreno and Daniel Wilford are the two main weapons on this Kingman team, quarterback, the backup quarterback, and the main target at receiver. And they are both back deep to return, so that's kind of auspicious, JB. Put your two main weapons back to return and let people take pot shots at them early in the game. Trey Meyer to kick off for the Marauders. It's high and it's short. It'll be taken by Moreno at the 15-yard line at 20-25. Moreno looking to get to the middle of the field. Breaks a tackle. Now he's out in the open near the 45 and tackled as near the 40, and he's tackled about the 42. Well, had he been able to break wide to the right side, he had a chance to run there, JB. The Marauders couldn't keep the containment. It's like they had him boxed in, and then he shot out of there and has a good return for a good field position, good starting field position here for these Kingman Bulldogs.
Well, did a great job following his blocks, and when he couldn't follow his blocks, just kind of made his own.
First down and 10, Bulldogs in a huddle. Their quarterback, Daniel Wilford, he's 113 of 219. He has carried the ball 113 of 219 times for this team. He's thrown 14 interceptions, only 7 touchdowns. This is a running quarterback, and he's actually going to be at the running back position to start, and they'll hand off to him going to the left side as the snap was actually taken by number 4, Jose Moreno. Now, Moreno is another player that has thrown the ball. He's got 34 pass attempts and averages 13.2 yards per reception as a receiver, Jackie. So this is a kid that leads the team in tackles with 53. He's got 38 carries, 29 receptions. He's thrown the ball 34 times. He's a return man. This is a multi-purpose athlete right here, Jose Moreno.
Yep, he also cleans the helmets when the game's over.
That's good. A little extra credit work.
Right.
Well, the run goes for nothing. It's 2nd down and 10. Ball in the middle of the field and a full house backfield. And Wilford will take over at quarterback. It'll hand off to the tailback coming to the right side. The Marauder left, and he stiff arms the player and down the right sideline where he spun around and thrown out of bounds. No flag on the field. The tackle looked like it may have continued out of bounds that time, but there's no flag. And the Bulldogs have picked up their first down of the game, moving the ball all the way to the Marauder 43.
Well, they got to the outside, and that is one of their runners, Maurice Longmire.
Yeah, Longmire. Yep. Longmire, 27 carries on the year, 132 yards. He's averaging 4.6 yards per carry to lead the Bulldogs. Moreno in the backfield. Wilford is the quarterback sitting in the shotgun. They've got a tight end working on the right-hand side of the line. Here's the snap. And it goes to Moreno and not Wilford. Running a little wildcat action, but we've got a flag coming from our umpire, and this most likely is going to back up the Bulldogs, and it will. An illegal motion or a false start was the call, and they'll move him back 5 yards. It'll be 1st down and 15 from the 47.
Well, Kingman has had their troubles during the course of the year, especially on the ground. A couple of games, in fact, one particular game against Paradise Valley, they ended up with just 5 rushing yards on 37 carries. And yet, they had a long of 48 yards. So the possibility of negative plays exists.
1st down and 15. Bulldogs on the initial drive of the game. We've got no score. Bulldog snap goes to Moreno. Moreno trying to run left side behind Wilford, and he'll get a couple of yards, about 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot. And the Marauders have played good defense there on that one. Let's see where they're going to mark him. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down now and about 13. So he got 2 yards on the carry. And the Bulldogs have 2nd and long. 10:33 left to go, opening quarter play. We're just underway in Kingman. Bulldogs with the ball, first possession of the game. 2nd down and 13. Wilford alone in the backfield in the shotgun, takes a snap. 3-step drop, under pressure, hit and he breaks free. Runs to the left, fires it up deep down the field. It's a jump ball, intercepted, no. Broken up by the Marauders. Taylor Thagard was the defensive player back, and he was the only one that had a chance to make a play on that. He boxed out the receiver and went up to catch it, and on his way to the ground, it looked like the receiver may have knocked it out of his hands. We do have a flag way back on the Kingman Bulldog side of the field, and the Bulldogs are backing up. This is going to be a hold, I believe, way behind the line of scrimmage. We've got holding Bulldogs, and this one's going to be a big one, Jackie. The flag is all the way back at the Bulldog 43-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the Marauder 45. So this is a big penalty. They're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul, and this is going to bring up 2nd down and about 40 or so here for Kingman.
Wow, that'll end up being a 22-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. What amazed me, I don't know if you saw it, but I guarantee you that football got out of camera range. He launched that thing way high. I'm glad we're not in a stadium. It would have hit the rafters.
It's 2nd down and about 35 or so here. And Wilford is at quarterback in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looks right, throws right over the middle, and man, nobody there but Herb Tiffany and maybe Levi Collins. I'm not sure if that was a broken play or if he just threw a duck out there, but nonetheless, it's 3rd down and forever for the Bulldogs. And well, after the big penalty, things are working out pretty good here for the Marauders.
Yeah, no kidding. It's when you get back to the huddle and you remind them what a slant is.
When you get back to the huddle, and you look down and go, is that the stick we need to get to? Holy smoke.
Now, being nearsighted.
Yeah, right. You see the first stick. Well, that's not so bad.
Right.
10 more yards, pal.
There's a 2nd stick. Are you serious?
Taylor Farron is coming out of the ball game, and he'll be replaced by number 12, Isaiah Perez, who is another player that has some receptions here for these Bulldogs.
Yeah, Perez has 3. Well, actually, let me look him up.
Now we have flags and a delay of game, so we'll back him up a little bit more. Now, the right tackle, big old number 79, that wasn't our homecoming king, was it? I think
nope,
72. Big old number 79 Abraham Ruelas, 6'4", 275 pounds, who's not as big as a homecoming king, 6'1", 300. Stands up. The right tackle stands up. He doesn't get down into a down position.
Well, maybe it takes too long to get back up.
Well, yeah, for a big guy like that. Now what are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. What are they doing?
Or in some cases, an older guy like myself.
Well, now they're waving off the flag.
Oh.
Huh.
So it wasn't delay a game?
No, apparently not, although it's taking like 5 minutes now. 3rd down and 33 officially on the scoreboard. And Will Ford in the shotgun takes a snap, and he's hit as he looks to throw, and he's sacked from behind. It's Pete Kelly getting in there and making the sack, and Kelly leads the Marauders in sacks. That'll be his 4th of the season. And Pete Kelly gets the Marauders defense off the field with a big sack on 3rd and long. Now it's 4th and even longer.
About 4 yards on the sack, and Pete Kelly gets his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah,
leads the Marauders, yeah. No, that was a good one. He went all the way from behind.
He did. He came around, circled around, and got him. Okay, the punter is Taylor Farron, and Farron fumbles the snap. Now he picks it up and looks to run. Now he's looking to throw. He ought to just punt it, and he doesn't know. And now he's backing up, looking to throw again. Now he's running to the left side of the field, throwing it downfield. It's picked off, taken by Tiffany. Tiffany to the 30, to the 20. Tiffany is going to be caught. No, he breaks the tackle to the 15. Tiffany still on his feet, and he won't be denied. Takes it all the way back to the house. Wow, what a huge run by Tiffany. Herb Tiffany took that ball, Jackie, and zigzagged throughout the defense. Was stopped numerous times and continued to churn along until he found himself in the end zone. And the Marauders intercept the ball on the opening drive of the game and return it for a pick 6.
Holy cow. He had been, or was in the grasp and tackled, 6-7 times in his run back?
Man, he had just ran through arm tackle after arm tackle. One guy had him by the shirt and he, get off me, fly, and he went to the end zone. Now we've got Trey Meyer in to attempt the extra point. Snaps behind the holder. He gets the hold down. The extra point attempt is up and good. And the Marauders extend the lead. 7-0 here in the opening quarter of play. 9:07 left to go in the quarter, and the Marauders will kick off after this.
We focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people. Gettles starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate-challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
After the Marauder touchdown, a kickoff for Meyer, the return by Moreno, and he's struggling to get back to the 10-yard line. Now he's out near the 15 where he's tackled, and a flag on the play. Maybe a face mask on Mingus on the tackle. He had like 4 guys tackling him at the same time. And we'll have to see what the referee has to say.
Well, moments ago, a 54-yard return by Tiffany for an interception and touchdown. And that is now the second interception for a touchdown for the Mingus Marauders this season.
Gotta like pick 6. Tell you, Chaz Taylor's got a couple of them for the CMS team.
Nice.
That boy gets the ball in his hands. Watch out. So it is a face mask on the Marauders, but it's a 5-yard variety. It was an incidental face mask, which we have apparently brought back to life. So the ball's put to the 20-yard line. 1st down and 10. Full house backfield. Wilford at quarterback. Initially, at least, they do take the snap and they hand off. Out of the backfield, it's old number 19. I believe that's Longmire. It is Maurice Longmire with the carry, and not so much doing there. Last time Longmire carried the ball, he had a pretty nice run. This time, the Marauders sniff him out for no gain.
Yeah, his first run was 14 yards, but he didn't get a chance to stiff arm this time, did he?
No. Put that arm out there and got dragged down to the ground. Second down and 10. Wilford takes a snap, and it's going to be a counter going to the left side to Longmire. Longmire trying to get to the sideline. He'll be able to do so, but not get down the sideline as the Marauders are able to chase him down and out of bounds. I believe they're going to mark him short from where he fell out. It looks like he may have stepped out before he actually hit the ground with his body. And it's only a gain of about 5 or 6, and about 5. It's going to bring up third down and 5 as the ball is placed right on the 25-yard line.
Well, he went back to the stiff arm, and this time he stiff-armed Pete Kelly. I think he's going to take offense to that.
Yeah. And the Marauders showing blitz. Here we go on 3rd and 5. Quarterback looking to throw a screen pass, and it's incomplete. Looking to go to Moreno. Moreno was looking up the field to see who was coming after him. And I'll tell you what, when you're a little guy like Moreno, about 5'7", 140 pounds, and you hear big old Josh Scalf running down after you, you may take a peek upfield and see who's coming to get you.
Interesting that Scalf went into coverage on that. But I saw the play developing, and all the way from his tackle position.
Look at all these big kids in the Kingman band. They've got big kids in the band. They got some big kids just in their general population sitting here in the stands. Makes you wonder why they're not playing football. Here's a snap and the punt attempt. That one is high and way short and will take a Bulldog bounce. To about the Marauder 49-yard line. Mingus with a short field to work with. The offense hasn't had the ball yet. We're up 7-0. We'll be back after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Back in Kingman, the Marauder offense on the field. Trevor Galloway split wide to the right-hand side. Let's see what the Marauders have in store here. They've got him spread out wide. And they look to hand off up the middle to Machado, and he's not going to go anywhere. Across midfield, he got a yard. Second down and 9 here for the Marauders. First play of the game, Mingus runs up the middle for 1.
Well, Machado trying to get his 4th 100-yard game.
I think I'll do it tonight.
Should we start the hot dog race now?
Oh, yeah. Machado on the hot dog race. So far, it's Herb Tiffany.
Yes. Yeah. But do defensive yards count that way?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
When they end in 6, they do. Second down and 9. Upham takes a snap and drops back to throw over the middle, down the field. He's looking for Galloway, and it's over his head and incomplete. Third down and 9 now for the Marauders. Kind of feels funny to say it, JB, but I think we're in 4-down territory at midfield.
Yeah.
The way our defenses look so far against their stagnant offense, may as well take your shots here at midfield.
Well, Wilford has the coverage out there on Galloway. Wilford is 6 foot tall, and Galloway is 6'3", but it looks a little bit more of a difference from the press box up here, doesn't it?
Clark takes off in motion on the play and gets behind the quarterback and then stops, and everybody looks to their wristband. And Clark moves back over to the wing position on the left-hand side. Machado in the backfield, a wing on the right looks to be Tiffany. Twin receivers on the right side. There goes Clark in motion once again. They're going to pitch to Clark going right. Clark to the midfield to the 40. Now he's down the right sideline. First down and inside the 35-yard line. Clark will pick up about 17, 18 yards on the run and a first down for the Marauders at the Kingman 33.
Well, interesting. The defensive end out there, Mario Barracio, a junior. Well, if you noticed out there, he pounded himself on the chest like, come my way, come my way. And they pitched right past him.
Yeah, went right his way. All right, well, first down, Mingus leading 7-0 here on the road at Kingman. They put the Twins on the left this side, double wing formation with Machado in the backfield. Upham, the quarterback, set under center. And now Clark in motion from right to left, and they're going to roll left, looking to throw. Upham still looking to throw across his body, down the field. He's got a man. Taylor Thaggart with a reception inside the 20. He's out at the 18. That's a gain of about 15 on the play, and a first down and 10. Mingus inside the red zone.
Well, that was just an absolutely great play and a good job by Upham throwing on the run like that, and Thagard keeping his at least 1 foot inbounds before he goes out.
He started tapping his feet there as he caught that ball because he knew he was near the sideline. I think he got about 4 of them down, but you don't know. You're looking for the ball. You don't know exactly where you're at.
Got 4 of them down?
He had all 4 feet down that time. Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. First down and 10. Mingus at the 18. Now they got about the 19-yard line. And Bulldogs showing blitz. Marauders looking to run out of it. And they're going to pitch, going option, right-hand side to Clark. Clark is down the right sideline. Hit at the first down marker. Is tackled inbounds, but he's got a first down. It'll be 1st and 10. Mingus at about the 7 or 8 yard. Oh, flag on the play. I see it now out in the middle of the field. And the back judge is pointing to the Bulldogs. I'm not sure why. We've got holding on Mingus. Maybe he's pointing to that's where the hold was. It was over where his flag is laying, which is down around the 5-yard line or so. No, back the Marauders up and all the way to, man, they need to get some numbers on this field, I'll tell you that. Back to about the 18 or 19-yard line again, so it's almost like a do-over. Actually, they got a yard or so out of it. How do they get a yard or so out of it? So it's 1st down and 9. I guess it's from where the hold took place, right?
Yep.
1st down and 9. Mingus at the 19 or 18.
I mean, somebody was downfield blocking.
Yeah, somebody's doing their job.
Yeah.
Kind of. And Mingus will look to throw over the middle into the end zone. Tiffany is the intended receiver, and he can't make the play, but a flag comes flying in on Moreno, and I believe it's on Moreno, which will be a pass interference or a hold. We'll have to wait and see.
Or an offensive push-off.
Oh, we don't like that one.
No.
Come on, JV, stick with the program.
Hey, you know what? All options are available.
We've got holding, defense, automatic first down, 5-yard penalty. And they will move the ball down the field and spot it at the 13. 1st down and... Well, how's it 1st down and 6 when it was 1st down and 9? Looks like 1st and 5 now, we'll call it. 1st and 5, Mingus at the 13-yard line. Everybody looks at the wristband, looks over at the sideline, gets the play, and heads to the line of scrimmage.
Thought it was an automatic first down.
It is an automatic first down.
Well, not that way.
It's 1st and 5.
Right. Should have been 1st and 10.
It should have been 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Huh, well, we'll take that. 1st and 5 better than 1st and 10. Although now it's 2nd and 5.
Up in the sack. Initial contact, 8 and done, number 47.
And the Marauders, who was it that time? Was it Clark that took it? Or
No.
maybe Machado?
No.
Oh, it was quarterback Upham.
Yeah, Upham kept it himself.
I was running out of players, JB. I know it was one of those guys in the backfield. 2nd down and 6 for the Marauders. 5:30 left to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Mingus. We're looking to cash in again. Defense has been really good so far for the Marauders. Man in motion is Tiffany going from right to left, and it's Upham on the keeper. Upham trying to get outside, and the Bulldogs won't have any of that. And they'll bring him down for a gain of a few, as a matter of fact. He is... How do you get that?
Upham keeps it himself, and nice
It's
tackle by
actually a pretty
Mason
good run of
Wester.
about 6 yards or so.
And
it's going to bring up...
those couple yards back, and
looks
it's
like it's a short one of about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. I'll tell you, I don't think the stick's in the same place that the ball is. I think the ball's more like where the referee's standing. The stick's about 1.5 yards behind him. It's hard to tell, though. There's no numbers on the field.
No.
3rd down and we think 3, could be 2, who knows. Upham waiting the snap, and he will hand off up the middle. Machado takes it to the goal line and powers through the D into the end zone. Touchdown, Mingus! Orlando Machado just kept powering those legs through the defense and into the end zone. 4:33 left to go in the opening quarter of play, and the Marauders extend the lead 13-0.
Well, they absolutely ran over the defensive player, Maurice Longmire, who is their fullback.
Yeah. Now they're a better defensive player.
Yeah, just ran through him.
Upham the holder, Meyer the kicker. The hold is good. The kick is up and good. And the Marauders lead 14-0. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Back in Kingman, the Marauders kick off leading 14-0. Moreno takes it at the 5-yard line. Moreno straight up the field to the 20. Then he's hit there. Still going. He breaks free. Moreno out of the pack, and he's tackled at about the 44-yard line. However, a flag came flying in from way back on the Marauders' side, and it looks like most likely going to be something against Kingman. The flag lands at the 28-yard line.
Oh, boy, that could be costly. Ben Frank, number 86 of the Marauders, making the what could have been touchdown-saving tackle out there.
Looks like it's illegal block in the back on the Bulldogs. They'll mark it from the 28-yard line, so Kingman's going to start out backed up inside their 20 once again. Field position has not been kind to the Bulldogs early, although they did have a couple of nice returns. The first return of the game had them out near midfield.
Right. Well, so far, time of possession has actually gone to the Bulldogs.
For sure.
Yeah.
17-yard line.
They've had the ball 3 times. Mingus' offense has had it once. That, of course, thanks to the Herb Tiffany 54-yard interception return on the botched punt attempted pass downfield.
You like it when your offense has had the ball once and you're up 14-0.
Right.
That's pretty good. That's great odds. Here's the snap, and it looks like they got somebody else in at quarterback. It's Moreno throwing down the field. Oh, that's pass interference. What was that? Holy smokes. So pass interference on Mingus. And looks like it was Alec Pfeiffer that time that was back as the safety defensive player, and he just manned up and knocked Daniel Wolford in the chest as he went to try to get to that football and got called for pass interference. And Coach Young standing over on the sideline with his palms up in the air. I don't think he's asking the official, what do you call him there? I don't think he's saying that was an uncatchable pass. I think he's asking Pfeiffer, what are you doing?
Yeah. Actually, that might be part of the act, too. Because if they're going to get by you and burn you, I'll take the 10-yard penalty.
I'm not sure he's going to get by him and burn him, though. It was like he watched him run up the field and then hit him instead of play him defensively.
Well, that's what happens when as a defensive back, you don't know where the ball is.
Exactly. 15 yards and a first down here for the Bulldogs as they have it out near the 32-yard line. They're going to hand off going to Moreno on the left-hand side. Moreno trying to stretch it to the sideline. He's not going to make it there. Good defensive effort by the Marauders that time. And that's a catch a number there. Oh, it's Galloway, number 40, that comes up with the tackle for Mingus. Right around the line of scrimmage. No gain. Brings up second down and 10.
Well, so far the Kingman Bulldogs have 17 yards on 9 plays, plus a turnover, the interception.
Second down and 10. Wolford in the shotgun will throw a screen pass to the right side, and the catch is made by Isaiah Perez, but not much room to run after the catch. Perez picks up about 5 yards, we'll call it, and it'll bring up third down and 5 from the 38-yard line.
Well, you'd asked me about Perez a little bit earlier, and Perez, that's his 15th catch on the season. Now has 169 yards.
Third down and 5. Marauders up 14-0. Pass to Perez again on the right side, and Perez is going to have enough for a first. He needed 5. He got 6 out to about the 44-yard line, and a first down here for the Bulldogs. 3:05 left opening quarter. 14-0. Mingus with the lead, but the Bulldogs now with the first down. Plus the first down they got on the Marauder penalty have sustained a drive. Time for the turnovers. Moreno behind Welford. They'll fake it to Welford or to Moreno, then hand off to the second back through, which is Longmire. And Longmire had to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure he got there. It looks like they're going to mark him right about the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit less, and it'll bring up second down and 10. And they tried to run that counter again. They faked it to Moreno going right and gave it to Longmire going left, and Longmire didn't have anywhere to run. Now they split both Longmire and Moreno as the wideouts on the right. Moreno in the slot. 2 on the left side as well, so they got them spread out. As a matter of fact, they got 5 receivers. Trips on the right. Here's a snap. And Welford rolls right. Look at the throw. Here comes Scout. Takes a dive at him. Can't get him. Then he'll go run forward down the field and get hit by a couple of Marauders after a short gain of 2 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 8, and not much running room here tonight for these Bulldogs. Marauders have been playing pretty good run defense.
Well, that was a planned quarterback keeper, absolutely the whole way. He had no eyes downfield whatsoever. He was just trying to come to the far side of the field to make something happen.
Tried to spread him out as far as he could and find a lane to run. There wasn't one. 3rd down and a long 8. Twins on the right, Twins on the left. Look at the throw. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Good job. Looks like it's Trevor Galloway that got in there. May have also been Isaac Romero. Either one of them. One of them came through and got a hand on it. They both got through, and it brings up 4th down and a long 8. And Herb Tiffany will go back to return the punt here for the Mingus Marauders. Looks like he's going to stand at around his 25-yard line to await the punt.
Well, the Kingman Bulldogs average about 33 yards per punt. First punt went about, 21 yards. A little more height than it was distance.
Yeah, better watch out. He might boom this one.
Well, that would give Tiffany an opportunity to return.
Oh, he might get a block. And he does get it away. And it was a line drive punt with 3 guys flying at his feet. And it will be down at the 24-yard line. That's where the Marauders will take over. 1:29 left to go here in this opening quarter of play. It is 14-0. Mingus with the lead. And the offense coming out on the field with a long way to go. They've got 70, where do they have it, at the 22 or 3-yard line? So they've got about 78 yards or so to go here for a touchdown.
Well, after the play, Romero looked like he was talking to Kelly. Asked him, how did you miss that? Kelly was in there. I thought for sure he was going to.
Wondering the same thing.
Right.
I was going to ask you, how did I miss that?
Maybe he did get a hand on it. Hard to tell. It sure came off the foot weird, didn't it?
Marauders with 2 backs in the backfield. This is unusual. It looks like it's
actually, yeah.
Yeah, it
We're
looks
in an
like.
eye.
Are they in an eye or are they split? It looks like they're split. And they're going to pitch coming to the left-hand side to Tiffany. Tiffany trying to break a tackle, and he does. Tiffany down the sideline, caught by Longmire and dragged out of bounds, but not until he gains progress all the way to the 42-yard line. Nice long run, about 20 yards on the carry. And that's what they did is they went with a split formation in the backfield of, I thought it was Collins and Machado, and they both took off to the left, and they pitched it to Tiffany coming from the wing position on the right to the left. He had some blockers out in front, and then he made one man miss, and that's what opened up the big run.
Well, a great job by Tristan Clark turning around and making a backside block as well, which kind of destroyed the pursuit out of the backfield.
1st down and 10 Marauders. 1:20 left opening quarter, looking for their 3rd touchdown of the quarter. Upham set under center. 2 backs behind them. Here's a snap, and they're going to run up the middle. It's Machado for 11 across midfield and to the 47-yard line of the Bulldogs with 1:11 left to go in the opening quarter. Mingus on the march once again.
Machado at 25 yards on 3 carries. Good start.
Yes. Very good average.
Although Clark has 1 carry for 18 and Tiffany 1 for 19.
Yeah, Mingus has done pretty good running the ball. And on the opposite side, they've done very well stopping the run here in the opening quarter. Twins on the right, and Mingus, Upham looked to hand the ball off. Nobody came to get it. He tucked it to run, and he got tackled for a loss of 1. Look at Machado's looking at the sideline with his palms up in the air. Hey, what's that all about? Was I supposed to run that one?
Adrian Dunn probably got the easiest tackle of his entire season.
I'll tell you what, I will never be a running back that runs by the quarterback and doesn't take the ball when it's my turn.
Right.
I may even take it when it's his turn.
Right.
You stick that thing out there, think we're running a little read option. Well, here's the option. You let go of it. I'm running down the field. You start reading that guy, and I'm running this way.
Either that or the quarterback's arm's going with you, right?
Yeah, you won't ever see me stand in the backfield going, was I supposed to get that? You see the quarterback back there going, why'd he take it? 2nd down and 11. Twins on the right. And it looks like they're running the same thing. This time it's going to be an option. Coming to Clark on the left side. Clark breaks a defensive double team. And inside the, where are they at? 40-yard line to about the 39. It'll be short of a 1st down. And brings up third and short, however. Third and about 2 here for the Marauders. Good run that time by Tristan Clark. The Marauders have been able to get to the outside and get to the corners tonight.
Interesting. That was almost a triple option opportunity for the Mingus Marauders out there.
That's the end of the opening quarter of play. It's 14-0. Mingus with the ball and the lead. Third down and 3. Mingus at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. We'll be back after this.
And most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Mingus Football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau Building near 6th Street and the 89A Bypass in Cottonwood.
High school on third down and 2 from the 39. The Marauders go up top. Herb Tiffany down the right sideline. Catch is made, and he's tackled just shy of the end zone. First down and goal, Marauders from the 3.
It's going to be first and goal at the 4.
Holy cow, about 35 yards in the air, and Tiffany had about 3 steps on his defender going down the near side of the field.
I think it's Machado time.
Although Collins might like a try.
But he's not in the game. Machado's in the game. This might be Upham time. Let's see what the Marauders do. First and goal from the 3. Man in motion is Tiffany. And it's going to be Upham to the left-hand side. He's in the end zone untouched. Marauders extend the lead 20-0 with 11:32 left to go in the first half. And Upham faked the ball to Machado, took off to the left-hand side between his guard and his tackle, and he was in the end zone untouched. Upham with the first rushing touchdown of the game.
Well, great job as Upham calls his own number. We knew that was going to happen at some particular point, and he chose a great time.
Here comes Trey Meyer to attempt the extra point for the Marauders. There's a snap behind Upham. He makes a good hold once again. The kick is up, and the kick is wide left. No good. And the Marauders lead 20-0. We'll be back right after this.
Mingus Football and Vinny's Pizza go together like cheese and pepperoni. Order from the sub or pasta menu, or take home a specialty hand-tossed Vinny's Pizza. Give in to the temptation of Vinny's famous garlic knots and wings. Dine in or delivery for Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Easy to find in the Clemenceau Building near 6th Street and the 89A Bypass in Cottonwood.
Back at Kingman High School, Trey Meyer in the kickoff once again for the Marauders. The Marauders scored their 3rd touchdown of the opening half with 11:32 left to go in the second quarter. It is 20-0, Mingus with the lead. Meyer to kick off to Moreno and Wellford. This one is right between them. It'll be taken by Wellford at the 10. Wellford up the middle of the field. They're going to break it to the left sideline in front of the Kingman bench. And now down the sideline he goes back to the middle of the field. And the Marauders catch him and bring him down. But not before a good return across midfield to the Marauder 48-yard line where the Bulldogs will start their possession here. First possession of the second quarter.
Decent special teams for this Kingman Bulldog squad as Wellford, as soon as he got into a little bit open space, all of a sudden you start to see how tall and big this kid is.
Yeah.
You know, 6 foot out there, about 185 pounds, runs the ball particularly well. When he got into trouble, I wouldn't suggest that he went and actually tried to jump over somebody.
No.
That's not always the best thing.
No, that's what the coach is saying on the sideline as he's watching his quarterback in the air getting hits from 3 or 4 different sides.
Right.
First down and 10. Bulldogs at the Marauder 48. And Wilford's going to look to run it himself. And to the left side, he gets through the line and then has his helmet ripped off. Pete Kelly just grabbed him by the back of the helmet and ripped his helmet off, and the helmet went flying about 10 feet. And Wilford is over there looking to check and make sure his nose is still attached, his head spinning around in circles. And Pete Kelly better watch it. They may disqualify him. The referees are talking this over.
While the referees discuss that, I want
definitely
to
going to be a 15-yard penalty.
The JV cheerleaders
The
will be coming
run was
around
for
to collect any donations
10 yards.
that
About
you're
10.
able to give to the Kingman High School
Mingus.
football
Actually,
banquet
get the
dinner
ball
that's being held
sitting
this year at the
at
House. Thank
about
you for your support.
8 yards on the gain.
That'll be the JV cheerleaders as you see them coming around.
And they went 15 yards on the penalty.
I call it as a base mask against
They marked it at the
Mingus.
25-yard line. You don't see that very often where somebody gets grabbed by the back of the helmet and the helmet comes flying off like 20 feet. It went
That's going to be a
further. It was only
first
10 feet
down
a
at
minute
the
ago.
25-yard line.
By the time we're done, it's going to be like half a mile. Everyone,
Wilford kept checking his ears.
Yeah.
You know?
He's checking to see if they were in the helmet. 11:15 left here in this opening half. Hey, full house backfield. Wolford takes the snap, hands off to Longmire, trying to go right. He's ripped down by Kelly in the backfield. Well, Kelly cost his team 15 yards. Then he gets a 3-yard tackle in the backfield to try to make up for it. Brings up second down and 13 here for the Bulldogs.
I told you, he doesn't like getting stiff armed.
I'll tell you what, I bet he's mad now.
Oh, yeah.
At the 28.
Watch out when he gets mad. This kid's going to start hitting everybody that's trying to get the ball. I don't mean has the ball. Anybody is thinking about having it.
Thinking about having it.
Yeah. Look, he's looking at one kid right now. You don't want it. Second down and 13. Wellford in an empty backfield. Trips right. Twins left. Looking left. Flush down the backfield. And he's going to be sacked by Kelly. Here comes the help from Romero and Galloway. It's a big sack to the 40-yard line. Well, it looks like they're going to give him progress to the 38-yard line, which will still be a loss of about 10 on the sack. And Pete Kelly got a 15-yard penalty, then came up with a 3-yard tackle for a loss, and then comes up with a big sack for about 10 more. He says, yeah, that's where they had the ball. That's where they're going to get it again.
Where did his helmet lie?
Yeah, it was about 30 feet.
It's going to be a third down at about 24.
They start going to yards now. Third down and real long again. Third and 24 officially at the ball at the 38-yard line, right about the original line of scrimmage when the personal foul took place. Wow. These Kingman guys with these long sleeves, fluorescent arm, long sleeves, it's like it's not even cold.
Well, it is to them.
I guess. Here's the snap. Wilford looking to go deep down the middle, and it is incomplete. Nobody had it. Closest man to it was Thagard. Kelly was back there in the coverage for the Marauders. Looks like it's Meyer back there as well, and Mingus does a nice job there on third and real long, not giving up the big play to the end zone, and ball falls incomplete, brings up fourth down and long. I think the Bulldogs are going to go for it here, Jackie. They have it at the Marauder 38-yard line. You kick it in the end zone, it's only a gain of 18. They're down 20-0 here at home on homecoming. Why not go for it? See if you can get something sparked with your offense. Although, we do need to reaffirm that it is fourth down and 24.
Right.
It's not fourth and 4.
No, very true. Dagger did a great job on that. When he saw the ball up in the air, he actually stopped.
Moreno in at quarterback now, drops back. Oh, he's hit by Thagard, but he gets the pass off to Wellford, who catches it and dives into the end zone for a...
Marked him short.
Not in the end zone, down at the 1 or 2. No, he's down at the 1 or 2. Well, on fourth and 24, they go to Moreno at quarterback, throwing to Wellford. And Wellford comes up with a big catch, first and goal at the Marauder 2-yard line.
Well, this time Wilford actually had the height advantage out there. It's really weird when you see the quarterback catching the ball down the middle of the field.
Yeah. This kid does everything, though. Oh, Wilford. All right. So, first down and goal. Bulldogs at the Marauder 2. Wellford's got carried himself, trying to get it in the middle. The Marauders are going to push him back, and it looks like he is denied. No. The guy on the other end of the field says touchdown.
Oh.
It didn't look like it. He's got a little better view from down there on the goal line than we do up here, I guess. And Wilford's it. 8:53 left to go in the opening half, and the Bulldogs are on the board for the first time, looking to attempt the extra point. The kicker is Taylor Farron. And Farron looking to get the tee down. Looking around, seeing how it's going. Wilford is the holder, and now they're moving the tee back a little further. Move the tee back to make this like a 26-yard extra point. Here's a snap, and the kick is up, and it's a bullet, and it's good. Well, the Bulldogs cut into the Marauder lead with 8:53 left to go in the opening half. It's 20-7. Mingus with the lead, and the kickoff coming after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Back at Kingman High School, the Bulldogs get on the board here and trail the Marauders by 13, 20-7 with 8:53 left to go in this opening half of play. Mingus to return for the first time tonight. They've got Clark back deep. Here's the kick. It's off to the side. Looks like it may be headed out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds. That'll be a penalty flag, and the Marauders will have the ball at their own 35-yard line to start this possession. A lot of time left here in this opening half. Mingus with a 13-point lead and looking to add to it.
Whoa. Had a flashback. You look across the field, you see all the smoke?
All that smoke, yeah.
On the kickoff?
We just scored.
Right. Actually, that's coming from the grill.
That's the Chef's Club that hooked us up with our hamburgers before the game, JB. And, man, it's hard to play football when you've got bad smoke coming across the field and you smell all those burgers and brats and everything cooking over there. Oh.
Actually, it's a very good incentive factor for the defensive tackles, right?
Yeah. Let's go get some meat.
Right. I smell food there. I got to go through you.
First down and 10 Marauders. Everybody gets set. And they break down to a knee and look to the sideline. Check out the wristband. See what's on TV tomorrow. Got ASU and Stanford coming up. That'll be a good one.
And Verde Valley TV with the replay.
Oh, yeah, and that. Here's a snap, and the Marauders are going to look to run. It's Upham. Upham breaks the tackle down the left sideline. Upham to the 40, to the 35, still on his feet and tackled inside the 30-yard line. And a big run by Upham of about 35, maybe 40 yards on the carry. And the Marauders not wasting any time moving the ball down the field. First down and 10. Mingus, they're going to say he's at the 32. He didn't quite get inside the 30.
Well, 34 yards on the rush for the Mingus Marauders. And in the first half, Mingus has got 106 yards of rushing with 8:40 left to go here in the second quarter.
Well, Upham had them set, and then we had a timeout. Bulldogs want to talk it over. 8:40 left to go in the opening half. 20-7. Mingus with the lead. First and 10 at the Bulldog 31. We'll be back after the Kingman time.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new Dollar Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-thru, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back in Kingman, coming out of the Bulldog timeout. The Marauders have the ball first and 10 at the 31-yard line. In the backfield looks to be Thagard and Machado for the Marauders. Upham in at quarterback. He's got twins on the right. One man on the left in the wing position looks to be Clark. It is, and the Marauders get to the line of scrimmage and then drop to a knee, look to the left, look at the wristband. Hey, Cardinals in a big one this weekend up in Oakland, the O Coliseum. And now we've got offsides on the defense. That'll move the ball 5 yards down the field for the Marauders instead of 1st and 10. It'll be now 1st and 5 at the 26.
Well, coming up on the 24th, it is going to be the Udenich Invitational.
Oh, golf time.
Yeah, and of course, Mr. Udenich, a teacher, a coach at Mingus Union High School for years.
Just a great guy he was.
Yep, absolutely.
1st down and 5, Marauders. Up, Pam set under center. Clark in motion from left to right. Here's the pitch coming right to Clark. Looking for a block, trying to get to the outside. He breaks a tackle. He's got a 1st down and now tackled inside the 25 at about the 23-yard line. And that will be enough for another Marauder. Well, maybe not. It might be just short. It looks like it's going to be just short. Maybe like a yard or so. I'm not going by that stick because that stick hasn't been where the ball is all night. Looks like he's short. 2nd down and about 2. We think. 8-minute mark here in the opening half. You know what's coming up next Wednesday, Jackie, on the 22nd from 6:30 to 9:30 at the Mingus Gym is Sumo Suit Fight Night. Come on out and watch all the matchups.
Nice.
We'll let you know who some of the matchups are so you can come out and check it out. Thagard in motion from right to left. The handoff going up the middle to Machado. Machado makes sure that he gets what he needs for the 1st down. And the Marauders have it now 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line. Yeah, come on out and check it out, fans. There's going to be some good battles there. They've got Miss Lawler going against Mrs. DeWitt. And they've got Sarah Ortiz going against Allison Whitworth. Looks like we got Kirk Waddle, the business manager, going against Superintendent Paul Teague. Trevor Galloway is going to go up against Zach Simmons. Well, that's going to be a scratch. Simmons is going to be wrestling in that one, JB. So
no, he's not.
They've replaced him with. Here's the big one. Mr. Swenson, the refrigerator. And here's the Marauder snap, and it's going to go to the right side of Clark, who makes a good move to get inside a would-be tackler. Now a flag comes in on, well, Clark had his helmet ripped off. And the Marauders will get 15 yards and a 1st down. Mr. Swenson, the track coach and cross-country coach, one of the best, got to be in the country as well as his teams do every year, is going to be going up against Coach Zimbala from the CMS football team, JB.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a good one. You want to come out and check that one out. We got Coach McKeever going up against Coach Dixon.
Uh-oh.
Hey, the little guys got some of their coaches going as well. The Cottonwood Colts, Coach Mo, is going to go against the Cottonwood Bears, Coach Mark Soto. We also have Coach Pedro from the Cottonwood Lobos going against Coach Corby from the Marauders. Speaking of the Rices.
You know what? Panthers aren't represented.
Oh, Coach Bessler should be out there.
No, Coach. I can't. You know what? I'm not tall enough to see outside the suit.
That makes it better. Your lower guy's the better guy. The lower guy, JB, you might win.
Low man
Handoff
wins.
going to the, look at Machado says the low man wins as he dives inside the defensive tackle and picks up, what do you get? Looks like he's got enough for a 1st down as he's inside the 5-yard line. Looks like he's down around the 3. 1st down and goal, Mingus at the 3. It's really hard without numbers on the field. 1st and goal, Mingus. Clock not running. Not sure why. There, now it's going to start running. And the sticks are set. The Marauders are at the line. I wouldn't say they're set. And now Clark goes into motion. No, it's not. It's Thagard in motion. And it's going to be Upham running left. Upham into the end zone. Untouched. Touchdown, Marauders. 6:50 left, opening quarter. Upham has scored his 2nd consecutive touchdown for Mingus. 26-7 is the score. And the Marauders bring Trey Meyer in to attempt the extra point.
Well, Mingus has definitely seen something because Upham is just going to the left every single time. So
untouched.
Yep, they've coaching staff has viewed something positive.
And awaiting the extra point. The kick is up and the kick is good. He's following Josh Scalfin. Thought it was 73 Carter Scott over there on that side, but we're going to have to take a look when they come back out. I'm not sure it was 73. It might have been 53. And have they moved McKeever out from center? Maybe it was 63. Maybe it was Simon Whitcomb. No, it couldn't have been him either.
The mystery continues.
Yeah, because it couldn't have been Whitcomb, because Whitcomb's listed at 6 foot 170, and this kid, number 63, is a lot bigger than that. Nonetheless, Marauders score a touchdown. We're all happy. 6:50 mark. Mingus to kick off once again. And you're right. They're following that left side of their line, and they've got some big kids over there just blowing open holes. I mean, Upham scored 2 touchdowns untouched.
Yep. And a big, huge 30-something yard run in that drive to score.
Hey, the Marauders have changed their kickoff formation here. Levi Collins went from being on the left-hand side of the ball to the right-hand side. As a matter of fact, the Marauders look like they got everybody bunched up. They're going to kick it right down the middle of the field, and a new guy takes it. He's bringing it to the left-hand side and trying to get around a block. Man, what a block that time by the quarterback, Wilford. And now finally hit and brought down. Good return that time by number 21. That's Tyler Tapia. And Tapia has been one of their kick returners all season long. He hasn't had a chance tonight. That was his first, and he had a good return as he got all the way out across the 45-yard line. And like you mentioned earlier, Kingman does a pretty good job on special teams. Their kick returns pretty good.
Well, they've given up some points this year, so they've definitely practiced it.
Yeah.
And you know what? And it shows. Good for them.
Yeah. If you're going to get to do something a lot, be good at it.
Oh, empty backfield. I wonder if Willard's going to actually run it. Wilford, rather.
He's got trips on the right and one on the left. Now he's got to throw to the right, a screen pass, trying to bring it back to the middle of the field. And well, the Marauders are waiting for him. Herb Tiffany made the tackle. Josh Scalf came in to hit him real hard to make sure he didn't want to do that again. And it looked like it was Moreno, number 4, with the reception that time.
It was. He'll get 2 yards. And Wilford, who came into tonight with over 900 passing yards on the season, is now 2 for 7 with 7 yards.
Ooh. Second down and 8. Man in motion from left to right. Wilford from the gun. No, it's going to be a direct snap to Moreno. Moreno's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's down for a loss. Now, this referee from the far side of the field cannot mark that at the line of scrimmage. This kid was hit 2 yards or more in the backfield and tackled there, and they marked him right back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's where the snap came from. That was the forward progress, right?
No. No.
Forward progress can't be the snap?
No, it has to be where they initially hit him, which was 3 yards in the backfield.
Well, they actually lost 2 yards on it. They had a 2-yard gain on the pass play.
Good. Here's the snap. And Wilford looking to go right, and his pass is off to Moreno. Moreno trying to outrun Scalf, and he will. Down the sideline, and he's tipped out of bounds by Levi Collins, but not before a big gain of about 17 yards to the Marauder 37. 5:19 left to go, opening half a play. The Marauders leading 27-7, but now the Bulldogs are on the march.
You know, it wasn't too long ago that Kingman was a 5A team. Remember that?
Yeah.
And when they were one of the biggest schools in the state, and played and competed with the big boys.
First down and 10. Wilford, quarterback, looking to the sideline. He's got trips on the left, twins on the right. This may be another one of those designed runs. He's picking his feet up left and right, looking like he's trying to get loose. Drops back, flags come flying. Wilford rolls right. Now he looks to tuck and run, and he's going to be tackled at about the line of scrimmage. Pete Kelly was in on the tackle. He cleaned it up. It looked like the initial contact came from, is that number 63 again? We're going to have to get down there and find out who big old number 63 is, JB, because he's been in on a couple of plays. He's been opening up holes on the line, on the offense. He's making tackles on the defense. We like big old 63.
We do. He's playing a good game, and that'll go against the Kingman Bulldogs.
I mean, all we can do is say it's Simon Whitcomb. That's what we got on our scorecard.
That's what it says.
First down and 15. The penalty on the play was a false start on the Bulldogs. And 4:40 left to go here in this opening half. Mingus leading 27-7. It's first and 15 from the 42-yard line, the Marauder 42-yard line. Wilford in at quarterback, in the gun, standing 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, takes a snap. Looks right, looks left, now looks to throw it deep down the left-hand side, and Kelly intercepts it. What? They're saying he's out of bounds. Oh, we need to see that again. Pete Kelly looks like he came away with the INT. It looked like he had his feet down. The referee says no, he's out of bounds, and it will be second down.
Well, at least Kelly didn't pull off somebody's helmet.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, he made up for that.
Interesting. We had two Mingus Marauders wrestled to the ground on the line, which was very disappointing. But nonetheless, incomplete pass.
And brings up second down, 2nd and 15, 4:21 mark here of the first half of play. 27-7 is the score. Mingus on top. Fans, come on out. Next Friday night, the Marauders will be at home with the Coconino Panthers coming to town. Mingus will, if this game continues the way it is, be looking to get over 500 after an 0-3 start. Here's a play and a flag in the backfield as the pass is thrown from Wilford to Marino. Marino down the left side. We've got a flag, another flag, and now the player that, number 21, that the flag was thrown on, picked up the flag. You should get another one for that. Tyler Tapia is going to be called for a hold. The initial flag is back deep in the backfield, and that's going to be probably for a false start or an illegal motion.
Yeah, I think it was an illegal motion from the back judge, who, by the way, had an awesome throwing procedure. Did you see that? I think he got that yellow flag a good 15 yards in the air.
Yep, it's going to be illegal motion and holding against the offense. And that's the thing. It shouldn't be holding because that play should have been whistled dead as soon as he threw that flag. They should have never even – well, that kid runs down there, somebody tackles him and breaks his leg. Right. On a play that should have never happened because as soon as the referee throws his flag for illegal motion, he should be blowing his whistle and stopping the play.
Right. Yep, absolutely.
Of course, if he fumbles and Mingus picks it up and runs in the end zone, we won't talk about that. We'll talk about, man, that's why you don't blow your whistle.
Everything is relative, is it not?
That's right.
Can I see the result before I know?
Yeah. Sure would make life easier, wouldn't it?
Sure. Yes.
I stick my finger in the socket. What would happen?
Can I have tomorrow's lottery numbers, please?
Yes. So the ball is moved back 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage, which was 5 yards behind the original line of scrimmage, and now it's second down and 20.
By original, huh? Well, interesting enough, I think when they go into that spread offense, they end up with two people moving at the same time. I think that's what they're calling.
We got them twice for it this time.
Yep.
4:10 mark opening half, 27-7, the Marauders with the lead. And quarterback Daniel Wilford, a senior. He's at about 6 foot, 185 pounds or so. Good-looking kid out there. He's a good player. Not very big. I mean, he's kind of big, but he's not very big. I would imagine he's probably not getting very many looks collegiately.
Well, good runner, though.
He's the best player on this team.
Good hands. Good. It seems to be like the most well-rounded athlete they've got.
Yep. And he drops back to pass. Now flushed out of the pocket. He's going to look to tuck and run, going right. And the Marauders hit him, and he breaks free. And then they finally catch him and knock him around, but he goes forward before he's tackled, and it went from 2nd and 20 to 3rd and 2. Marauders are hitting and not wrapping and tackling, and that's always a problem. Charles Hardy that time had the big hit on him and was unable to bring him down.
Well, officially they'll give him 17 on the run, on the carry. Got a little bit of pressure, but he's quick enough to avoid it.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 officially. Inside the Marauder 30-yard line. Here's a snap. Wilford looking to throw a screen to Moreno on the left-hand side. Moreno looking to get to the sideline. Now he's going to cut it back in the middle of the field. He's got a first down inside the 15-yard line. Tackled at the 14. And it will be first down and 10. Bulldogs at the Marauder. Well, they got him down around the 13. 3:21 left to go in the ball game. They'll stop the clock while they reset the sticks. As soon as they're down, they'll start running the digits off the scoreboard again.
Well, that'll be an adjustment the Mingus Marauders are going to have to make at halftime. That little back coming out of the backfield. They've picked up good yardage on that several times.
Well, Ford headed back over to the huddle now, takes a knee and relays a message to the rest of the squad, and Kingman fires out of their huddle. Like they're excited. We might get to score again. At the 13-yard line, watch for the Marauders looking to be some ball hawks here. They've got twins on the left, twins on the right. One back in the backfield. It's Moreno. Wilford now flushed out of the backfield. He's hit, and he's going to fumble. The ball's loose. Picked up by Moreno. And the referee saying no, he was in the grasp, and it will be a sack by the Marauders. And it looks like it was Collins and Romero that got in on the sack. Let's make sure it's Collins. It's definitely Romero. And the other guy, it might be, and it is. It's Pete Kelly. It's Kelly and Romero on the sack. A loss on the play. Now, how come they haven't moved the ball back?
They're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass?
Huh. Now,
what?
That would be the time that you would call intentional grounding.
Yeah, for sure. And a timeout by Kingman. 2.5 minutes left in the opening half. 27-7, the Marauders with the lead. It's 2nd down and 10 from the Marauder 13-yard line for the Bulldogs when we come back.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Back in Kingman, just off of Andy Devine Boulevard in downtown Kingman, the Mingus Marauders with a lead here going towards halftime, 27-7. However, the Bulldogs have it in the red zone. 2:30 on the clock. It is 2nd down and 10. Bulldogs at the Marauder 13. Full house backfield, running back to either side of the quarterback and one behind him. Wellford takes a snap. Fakes a handoff. Now he's going to be pressured out of backfield. Hit and he can't break free this time. The Marauders are all over him, and they steal the ball and running down the field. And oh, what? Last time it wasn't in the grasp. Now it is, huh? Unbelievable. The Marauders steal the ball and start running down. Now there goes a flag, and I think it's because the Marauders said the same thing. How come it wasn't in the grasp last time?
Well, Romero will get credit for the sack. And then the unsportsmanlike will eat that
Well, you know why? Because they're saying the same thing that I just said. We just hit that guy and sacked him for when he threw the ball on the ground. Should have been a fumble, and we should have had that. Instead, you call incomplete pass. Here we've got him where we rip the ball out of his hands and start running down the field, and you call him in the grasp.
But they don't actually give him the penalty.
No penalty. I think it was a sideline infraction. They were warning the Marauders to stay back off the sideline. And Wellford looking to run, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's driven backwards. Another big sack by the Marauders. It's Big Josh Scalf coming through and making the hit, a loss of about 4 on the play, bringing up 4th down, and about 22 now or so for the Bulldogs. They had it 1st and 10 at the Marauder 13. Now it's all the way back at the 25. Timeout on the field, 1:48 left to go. We'll be back for the big 4th down play coming up after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back in Kingman, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to settle for a 3-point field goal attempt. 1:48 left to go. The ball will be spotted at the 33-yard line, so this is a 43-yard field goal attempt. The Marauders are going to bring pressure and look to block it. Galloway coming from the left. Kick is up. The kick is long enough, but it looks like it is wide left and no good. And the Marauders will have the ball with 1:43 and at least 2 timeouts to work with. Yeah, Mingus has 2 timeouts left, 1:43 on the clock, and they'll take over possession, first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Well, here we go, looking for the Marauders with that quick strike offense. See if they can get things rolling. And you know what, JB? Cordell McKeever is back in at center for Mingus, and he's doing a fine job.
Well, it's good to have him back as he provides some stability in the middle, although Andre May did a fantastic job, as well as Vincent, in filling out for him while he was dealing with his knee issues.
Well, May moves over to that right guard position, so the Marauders get a little more depth on the line. Still like to know who 63 is. I'm going with Simon Whitcomb because that's what it says on my scorecard. First down and 10, Mingus. Here's the snap. Pitch coming to the right-hand side to Clark. Clark with blockers out in front. Down the sideline he goes. Clark to the 50, to the 40. Oh, they say he stepped out of bounds back on the Kingman side of the field at the 38-yard line. And nonetheless, it's a gain of about 17 or 18 on the play, depending on where they mark it. It looks like they're marked it at the 37-yard line, so it's a 17-yard run and out of bounds. I guess if you're not going to break it and run down the field for a touchdown, at least you got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, there you go. Although I think he would have preferred the open field downfield.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah, me too. And now the Marauders trying to get the Bulldogs to jump. They don't. And Mingus looks to the wristbands. Tiffany at a wing position on the right side. Machado in the backfield. Twins on the left. It's Galloway in the slot. Here's the snap. And look at the throw. Screen pass to Clark on the left-hand side. And he's got a block. Clark to the middle of the field, running over Wilford and number 22 as he's tackled on the play. Garrett Stevens tried to get in and make a tackle as well. Big catch and run by Clark. The Marauders have an injured player back in the backfield, and they're going to stop the clock to get him off the field. Let's see who it is. The Marauders will have it first and 10 at the Kingman 44 after this injury timeout. 68 seconds left to go in the half. Mingus up 27-7. We'll be back right after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Back at Kingman High School, it's Orlando Machado being helped off the field by Mingus Marauders coaching staff and athletic trainer Michael Boyson. And Machado, that is a big blow to the Marauders. He has been one heck of a running back this season for Mingus. I believe he's their only 100-yard back during the year. And he goes off with some help to get off the field. But as soon as they get to the sideline, they drop him back on his own feet. And he's hobbling around over there a little bit. And I think they might just want to be seeing how much pressure he can put on that foot, and then Boyson will certainly take care of him over on the bench.
Well, he has had ankle injuries. Didn't expect him to actually play against Mojave last week.
Yeah, right.
Had him on our Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness Injury Report, and then he surprised us and came out and played.
Levi Collins comes in to replace him. The Marauders first down and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs, and they're going to roll right, looking to throw. Up him, deep down the right side, looking for Galloway, and it's tipped away at the last second by Wilford. Well, he left it up a little bit, JB. Hung it up in the air a little bit. Galloway had to wait for it and come back, which gave Wilford a chance to make the play defensively.
Just a little bit of hand checking going down the field, and I think a pretty good no call. Both the receiver and the defensive back swatting hands away as they're trying to take position.
How come we had a Kingman kid in front of us in shoulder pads and no jersey?
Well, his jersey's under the shoulder pads.
Oh.
Either that or somebody else needed to borrow it.
He must be a rookie player. Yeah, I think that's what happened, actually. I think they took it off. I think he was number 55. And the handoff coming to the middle, and it's going to be Collins. Collins stays on his feet and gets the first down, which was big for the Marauders because it will stop the clock with 44 seconds left to go. Inside the 35, the ball will be spotted at about the 32-yard line. They're saying move the sticks. The Marauders are at the line. This is not time to stand around looking at your wristband. Get that play snapped, and let's see what we can do. Still 2 timeouts for Mingus, clock running. Upham set under center. Here's the snap. And Upham's going to keep it on the option. He's going to run it himself to the right side and be slammed down to the turf. Marauders might look to take their first time out here, and they do. 32 seconds left in the half. The run by Upham goes for, looks like about 5 yards. And it will be 2nd down and 5 for Mingus when we come back after the Marauder timeout.
There's no room for hesitation. The best time to buy a victory is now. Get 0% APR for 5 years or rebates up to $2,000. And every motorcycle is equipped with a 5-year powertrain warranty. This is the Red Tag Rush sales event. Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
Back at Kingman High School, fans, we've got an update for you from the big game across the mountain there. It's Bradshaw Mountain. No, it's Mingus Mountain. Bradshaw Mountain leading Prescott 12-7.
This is going to be a good one. Bradshaw.
We kind of want Prescott to win that game, Jackie.
Well, yeah, it certainly helped Mingus as far as an opportunity to get back into the section title run. But at the same time, Bradshaw hasn't beaten Prescott.
2nd down and 6 now. The Marauders looking to run Upham, left-hand side. This is the play that he scored the touchdowns on, but they've been from close. This time, he's inside the 5 and down at the 4. Upham with a big run of about 20 yards or so, 20, 25 yards, and he's down at the 5-yard line. He took that from the 25, so I guess he's where's he at? 29. I took that from the 30, so it's about a 25-yard run, 26-yard run down to the 4. 24 seconds left to go here in the first half. 27-7, the Marauders with the lead, and Bulldogs making substitutions defensively. The Marauders have 1 timeout to work with.
Wow, they're taking a long time to move the chains.
Now the clock running. Now the clock stopped. Now the clock running again. And a man in motion is Tiffany, and instead it's going to be Upham to the end zone. Touchdown! Untouched Upham. 3rd time he scored tonight, untouched, and he's going to have a big game. He's starting to have a really big game, JB. 3 touchdowns. Unfortunately for him, all 3 of his touchdowns have been like 1- and 2-yard varieties, but he has had a couple of big runs to set them up as well.
Well, if you're talking about his hot dog run race, he's got 77 yards.
Boy. Oh, he is the hot dog man.
Yep, 9 carries, 77 yards.
I'm going to start calling him Nathan. Here's the kick by Meyer. It is up and good. The Marauders lead 34-7 with 14.5 seconds left to go in the opening half. And if he keeps scoring touchdowns like this, our hot dog race is going to take us right to Coney Island. We'll be back with a Marauder kickoff after this.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236.
Back in Kingman, and the Marauders have exploded for 34 points in the opening half of play. Meyer in to kick off for 7th time this half. And here's the kick. I guess it's only 6th time, JB. Here's the kick, and it is fumbled and now picked up at the 10-yard line. And look at a return left, trying to get behind Wilford. And still on his feet and bringing it back to the middle of the field. And now finally hit, and he runs a pitch to Wilford, and he'll lose about 5 more yards. Well, as he was going down, that time number 21, Tyler Tapia, as he was going down, turned and just threw the ball over his shoulder right to Wilford, but he was wrapped up immediately, and it cost him a couple of yards. I don't think they're worried about losing a couple of yards. They're looking at trying to break that here, as that was the last play taking us into the half.
Yep, that was a one-play, 100-yard kind of last-ditch Yeah, hitch and ladder kind of a play, right?
Try to catch them by surprise. Doesn't surprise the Marauders. They run off the field with a big lead, 34-7 here in Kingman at halftime. So the Marauders put up 34 in the first half, JB. That's got to be the best number of the year. Although once we check to see that flag, I don't think it was 34, however. Fans, we will be back for the halftime show. I'd like to thank you for joining us here in the first half. We'll be back for the halftime, brought to you by the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We'll be back to Kingman High School, 34-7, Mingus on top.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by the Cottonwood Recreation Center. In just a moment, we'll have a recap of the first half, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats, plus an update on what's new and coming up at the Cottonwood Recreation Center. Let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back in Kingman at the half, the Mingus Marauders with a comfortable lead, 34-7 over the host Kingman Bulldogs. JB, it has been Jordan Upham untouched into the end zone 3 times tonight. A big interception returned for a touchdown by Tyler Thagard, by Herb Tiffany. And the Mingus Marauders have just been able to do whatever they want offensively and defensively so far in this game. The only thing Kingman has really been able to do here tonight successfully is return the kickoffs.
Well, yeah, they had one big pass play for 38 yards to their stand-in quarterback from the receiver or backup quarterback. They've got 3-4 different athletes that they move all over the field that they're trying to make things work with. And you know, unfortunately, this squad just doesn't seem to have enough weapons out on the field.
Well, and that's part of what we talked about before the game with the PA announcer here, David, that mentioned to us that these guys have been losing 2 and 3 players every game to season-ending injury. So far, we haven't seen that tonight, thank goodness. We don't want to, but it has really depleted a lot of their staff. And one of the things that he mentioned is that these are the guys that play. These are our players, and of course, you know, those are the guys that get hurt because they're the ones that are out on the field. But we're really starting to see the second and third team from Kingman right now, and the Mingus Marauders are really taking advantage of it.
Well, Mingus has taken advantage of pretty much everything along the way and able to do almost everything that they want to do in the course of the game.
Yeah.
You know, right right from the get-go with the first score of the Mingus Marauders in the first quarter, a 54-yard interception return by Herb Tiffany. And what was so phenomenal about that is it was actually a punt.
Well, it was supposed to be a punt. It was supposed to be a punt, and they had it blocked, and the punter rolled out, and it looked like he was going to run. He should have punted. Once he rolled out towards the sideline, he should have just pooch punted. Instead, he tried to throw it to the middle of the field, which is where Tiffany was waiting for it. And Jackie, he broke tackle after tackle and ripped out of arms of a couple of guys and just would not be denied a pick six. Herb Tiffany got this thing going early for the Marauders, and Mingus has just kept it rolling ever since.
Well, certainly so. The Mingus Marauders' next score was Orlando Machado, as Mingus was able to drive the ball down, and he was to cap it off. And then from that point forward, it has been the Upham show.
Upham show, yeah.
What did you call him?
Untouched Upham.
Untouched Upham. It has been Untouched Upham, as he is not only the leading rusher for the Mingus Marauders here in the first half, but 3 touchdowns. And, we can show them to you right in a row here. Mingus Marauders able to get in from 1 yard out for Upham. That was his first score. And then he did 6 yards out and 5 yards out. And he was picking on the left-hand side. And then his last touchdown actually came on the right-hand side. So Mingus being able to go either direction. The line doing a fantastic job for the Marauders here tonight.
Man, they are bringing out some drum set. They must have Neil Peart in the house tonight or something. Bringing out some huge drums for this band here tonight. And that's just the big drums. Now they got the drum set coming out behind it. These guys are percussionists here in Kingman.
Well, yes. I keep waiting for Genesis to show up.
Genesis. Phil Collins on drums?
Yes, right. Absolutely.
Okay. All right, fans, this is the halftime report brought to you by Cottonwood Recreation Center, Cottonwood Parks and Rec, JB. We're coming down to crunch time.
I know.
Get your kids signed up for basketball. It's time. Grades 2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th, 6th and 7th, 8th and 9th, and they have a special Mighty Mites for just first graders alone. Get your kids signed up for Cottonwood Park and Rec basketball now. Time's running out. And then also we're going to have the big Halloween party down in Old Town again that the Park and Rec Center is going to be putting on. So we'd like to thank them, Cottonwood Park and Recreation Center, for sponsoring Mingus Marauder football. Let's take a quick break right here. We'll get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236. People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new Dollar Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back in Kingman, the Kingman band out on the field entertaining the fans here at halftime where the Marauders lead 34-7 over the Kingman Bulldogs. And JB, Jordan Upham has had a sensational first half of football here for the Mingus Marauders.
Well, he leads the team in passing and in rushing and in touchdowns and school spirit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Over there, is he?
Yes, the untouched Upham has definitely done his job on the field here tonight as we take a look at some of the stats for the Mingus Marauders. In the air, he has done a phenomenal job. He's got 70 yards. He's 3 for 5 throwing the ball, and on the ground, 9 carries, 77 yards, and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Clark also has 5 carries, 53 yards on the ground, and I mean, the only thing that went wrong for the Mingus Marauders offensively in the first half was Orlando Machado being helped off the field.
Yes, we still don't have a report on him. We'll have to keep an eye on the Marauders when well, I'll tell you what, Orlando Machado is laying on the trainer's table on the far side of the field with what looks to be his left ankle taped up, heavily iced, and up on a bag elevated, and his shoulder pads and jersey laying underneath the table there. Under the watchful eye of, looks like Michael Boysen, they're keeping an eye on him.
Well, that tells the story.
Yep.
If he's not even going to the locker room, that's not a good thing for the young man.
That explains it.
Yeah, it certainly does. Well, he is going to be missed for the rest of this game. Certainly need to get him back, hopefully for Coconino, but if not for Coconino, for Prescott coming up the last game of the season. Last we heard, Bradshaw beating Prescott 12-7 in the second quarter.
That's a big game. I think head coach Bob Young in the back of his head is thinking, let's get him healthy for baseball.
You're right.
I need this kid out here hitting bombs.
Right. Yeah, no kidding. Well, when you're multi-sport athletes like that, you know, when an injury happens, it hurts more than one coach, right?
Well, no. Hurting Bob.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hurting Coach Young.
Well, that's true.
That's the one coach that we're worried about there.
That's true. Hey, speaking of coaches, coming up on the 24th, the Utenich Invitational is coming up for Mingus Marauder Golf, and of course named for Mr. Utenich, a teacher, an educator, a coach for the Mingus Marauders, and in fact coached the 1989 Mingus Golf squad to its only state title over, interesting enough, Tucson Sabino, beat him by 9 strokes.
Then saw him 8 years later in the football playoffs and beat him again.
Beat him again on the football field. What a loss for Mingus that was.
For sure.
And nice to see that they're going to honor him again with the John Udenich Memorial Invitational. And that is just one of many things coming up. Volleyball coming up on Tuesday at Mingus. Cross country is at Embry-Riddle, believe it or not. And golf versus Page and Coconino and Flagstaff up on Thursday. And lots more going on. By the way, the JV squad beating Kingman quite handily last night. As I understand it, 35-14, something along I believe that was the final score. So the JV squad continues to roll. I believe they're 5-2 now and doing quite well.
That's good. Those are good things to hear. Sumo Sioux Fight Night. You can't miss that, fans. It's going to be awesome. It's a second annual, which means they did it last year. At Mingus High School, it's going to be Wednesday from 6:30 to 9:30. Come on out and check it out. I mean, it's really fun. You come out and you watch all the teachers and the students and everybody going at each other. You got Miss Rothler going against Miss Badger, Mr. Samanda going against Mr. Barry. You've got Mr. Ball going against Dylan Capio. Let's see who else we got on here we didn't mention earlier. It looks like we've got Matt Chavez. Remember Matt Chavez,
yes,
defensive end at Mingus? He's going to come back and go against Wyatt Midkiff, who is a spectacular wrestler. Let's see how that one goes. We've got some other ones here. How about the firefighters? Ben Kramer is going to be going up against Jeremy Dorkson. A couple firefighters going at it. How about this one? Mr. Dolkowski going against Mr. Teague. Calling you out, Jason. Mr. Tig, here we go. Getting that suit. Got to looking for the big W. Carry on that Diamondbacks tradition there. We went undefeated this year with his son Sage out there on our team. We'll see if Mr. T can come up with a big W for us on Sumo Suit Fight Night. Wednesday, 6:30 to 9:30 at the Mingus High School gym. Come on out and check. I'm telling you, fans, it's fun to watch. All these people getting these big old sumo suits, can barely even walk. Then they got to smash into each other. It's a lot of fun. Come out and check it out. And it benefits the Mingus Mountain Wrestling Club. So all proceeds will, not all of them, I don't think, but most of the proceeds will go to the Mingus Mountain Wrestling Club. I think some of it actually even goes back to the football team as well.
Excellent. Wonderful. Love to see it. It's definitely a fun event. Other fun events is there is still youth football going on,
yes.
And in the Verde Valley. Well, most of the youth football is in the Verde Valley. The Cottonwood Panthers are taking the long trip to almost out of the state, and they will play against Havasu, Lake Havasu Junior High, and the Cottonwood Colts will be at Wickenburg coming up this Saturday, which would be tomorrow, the 18th. The Cottonwood Bears 6-1 at Camp Verde, and that game has huge implications on playoffs.
Yeah, 6-1 for the Bears.
If they win that one, then they should be able to have some home field advantage all the way through the playoffs.
They'll be the second seed, yes.
As well as the Cottonwood Lobos, who are 5-2. They will be at Wickenburg. The Marauders at Camp Verde. The Lobos, if they can beat Wickenburg, will again have some home field advantage through the playoffs.
All the way through the playoffs as the number 2 seed again, like the Bears.
Now, don't forget the championship day is coming up at Mingus Union High School on November 8th, and that will be the Northern Arizona youth football teams from all over that will converge. The Final Four will have the third place games, and we'll have the championship games. 5 games for you on one day. That'll be absolutely awesome. Hey, if you're looking for sponsorship opportunities, we have them available for you for Channel 2, Suddenlink Channel 2, and Cable 1 Channel 2.
What day is the championship?
That is Saturday, November 8th.
Saturday, November 8th. It's going to rain and be cold. Always has.
Did you have to do that?
Well, just letting you know in case you're planning for a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, right.
Saturday, November 8th, rain and cold.
Don't
no
plan
doubt about
that
it.
day.
Fans, I want to invite you out tomorrow to CMS, 1 o'clock kickoff time. Come watch the Cottonwood Middle School Lobos go for an undefeated season and the championship in the Metro Middle School Football League, taking on Push Ridge from Tucson, ironically, in the Metro League. They're undefeated as well. So we've got the undefeated Lobos from Cottonwood Middle School going against Push Ridge, who's undefeated as well. 1 o'clock tomorrow at CMS. It's for all the marbles. Come out and watch your guys to bring on the victory and the league championship.
Don't forget to sign up for the youth basketball at the Cottonwood Parks and Rec. You're coming up really short on time. I believe the 20th, 22nd might be the deadline.
24th, I believe.
24th.
Yes, the 24th.
24th is the deadline, so sign up soon. First grade all the way through 13, 14. Yeah, that's right, through 9th grade. So if you're in high school but not playing for Mingus, you can play in this division.
Absolutely, and even if you are playing on the middle school team, you can still play in this division. So just if your kids are playing middle school basketball, don't not sign them up for City League basketball. Let them play a lie. Let them keep playing. And that's what we like to do. Get all these kids out there and get them signed up. Registration now through October 24th. It's only $35 per kid to play basketball. And then you get a $5 discount for each additional kid. So make sure you sign up for that. Cottonwood Park and Recreation doing a great job keeping our kids involved and interested in sports. All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. We'll get in a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the wrap-up of the Cottonwood Rec Center halftime report. And the Marauders leading here at the half, 34-7.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
This has been the Halftime Report, brought to you by the Cottonwood Recreation Center, enhancing health, fitness, sportsmanship, and relationships for all ages and abilities. Snag those snacks quick, because half number 2 is almost here. We'll meet you back on the air as exciting Mingus Marauder football will return right after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back at Kingman High School, 34-7 here at the half. The Mingus Marauders comfortably ahead. They're getting ready to do an ice bucket challenge right here on the field in front of us. And it's going donations to cystic fibrosis, JB. So that's a good deal. They're looking to take donations in the stands. I had a young man over here that just told everybody about his disease. And only 800 people in the world, he said, have it. It's a very rare disease. And they're looking to raise money for it here tonight. And they're expecting their fans in the stands to help match their donations. So great night here for Kingman. It's been homecoming. They're raising money for to fight disease in our country. And they're just a great night. Jackie, you mentioned it earlier. This is an 0-7 football team, and we get out here and the stands are packed. Everybody's happy. They're cheering their team on. You said it exactly right. There's great spirit here for an 0-7 team.
Oh, without a doubt. Like I had made mention, the band has been cruising. We've got fans all over the place. I know this is homecoming week and all of that,
right.
But expected. We have definitely been places with 0-8 teams where, all 4 of the stands, when they clapped at once, we almost heard them on mic.
Yeah, you got 2 dads and a grandmother in the stands.
And Grandma was loud.
Yeah, she's mad.
Definitely heard that.
It's be a bet. It's 8:30.
Hey, let's take a look at some of the stats for the Kingman Bulldogs. Over 100 yards in the first half, and that's going to be split 43 passing, 62 on the ground. Wilford with the 1 interception, and it was actually Moreno that passed it, and 38 yards in the air, but throwing the ball 4 for 10, 43 yards, and no touchdowns, no interceptions. The interception actually came from the punter a little bit earlier. So they were able to muster, that 38-yard reception set up their only touchdown, which is also a Wilford run for 1 yard or a half a yard, somewhere along those lines. Mingus able to put together 192 yards on the ground, 70 yards in the air, 262 total yards in the first half. So Mingus certainly dominating out here in Kingman against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and the captains are back out on the field. The teams are back out on the field. The Marauders in their away white uniforms with the red pants. The Bulldogs in their home blues with the yellow helmets. And maybe Mingus can look at this Bulldog team and just kind of get like that color memory in their head. And 2 weeks from now, when we're in Prescott, look at this team in blue and gold and blue and yellow across the field and think, we just pounded you guys 2 weeks ago. We're going to do it again tonight.
Yeah, only the numbers change, right?
Yeah, and the amount of players on the side.
That has something to do with it as well. The Kingman Bulldogs, of course, out here tonight trying to get it put together. We'll see what happens in the second half.
We'll be back right after this.
Offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Back in Kingman, ready to start the second half of play. 34-7, the Marauders with the lead, and they will have the ball to start the second half here as Tristan Clark goes back deep to receive for the Mingus Marauders.
This is awesome. You know what Ryan printed for me? Mingus Marauder state championships throughout history, going all the way back to 1964 with boys basketball in 2A division. How about that?
There's one missing.
There is.
Yeah. Girls track's won it 3 years in a row. And the kickoff is an onside kick, which is recovered by the Bulldogs at the Marauder 45. So the Bulldogs come out with an onside kick to start the second half of play, and they come up with the ball. First down and 10 at the Marauder 45.
I think they've practiced that one too.
It looks like, yeah, their special teams aren't bad.
No. And
maybe caught the Marauders off guard there.
Yeah, that's possible. Well, their schedule this year, they started with Lake Havasu, who's number 16 in Division 2, River Valley, Division 4, number 4, and then Division 4, number 7, Parker. That was the first 3 games of their season.
All right, all these teams down here by the river. Now they run a new player in the game here as they're at the line of scrimmage set. Now they're trying to run them off the field. Say, hey, what are you doing out here? And they run him back off the field. Well, number 44 thought he was going to get the play. Here's a snap, and the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's down. Then he tried to get up and run again. They said, no, you're down behind the line of scrimmage. And the Marauders' first play defensively come up with a 2-yard loss.
Well, Mingus picks up right where they left off here in the first half. Not particularly happy about giving up that onside kick.
A loss of 2. It's second down and 12, just underway in the second half. Marauders leading 34-7. Bulldogs onside kick and recovery to start the second half of play. And now running a player out in the field again. They're confused. Oh, now they got a guy that's offsides. Where's the flag? Number 8 was offsides. And the ball is tipped by Galloway, but caught by Moreno. And Moreno's going to run after the catch to the Marauder 34-yard line. And that'll be 13 yards and a first down. I think it was Moreno. It might not have been Moreno. Looks like it might have been number 12, Isaiah Perez, with the catch that time.
No, it was Moreno out of the backfield,
okay.
Number 4.
Yep, Moreno.
Yep.
And he's a little gimpy right now in the backfield. Here's a snap, and the quarterback looks to throw to Moreno again on the right side, being flushed out by Scout. Scout makes a dive at him, can't bring him down. Then the Marauders will catch him on the sideline and run him out of bounds for no gain. Well, Moreno was a little gimpy there. Looked like he was trying to shake out his right ankle before the play that time, Jackie. And they went right back to him, running right, and he is gimpy. Look at him bouncing around, trying to come back to the team huddle. And they're going to keep him in the game. He's obviously hurt.
Well, that completion will go for a negative 1 yard. And, yeah, he is definitely limping out there.
He'll go to the slot on the right side. Trips on the left. Twins on the right. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the pistol, waiting the snap. There it is. Looking left. Hit as he throws, and it's up for grabs. And intercepted by Tiffany at the 10. Tiffany down the right side of the field. Down the sideline he goes. Tiffany to the 50. Cuts it back to the middle. And breaks a tackle to the 20. To the 10. To the end zone. Touchdown. Pick 6. Herb Tiffany. Second one tonight. That one returns 90 yards for the touchdown. And the Marauders lead 40-7. With 10:07 left to go in the third quarter. Herb Tiffany with the second pick 6 of the night.
Holy cow, and then he cut right up underneath big number 73, who Anthony Pinto just tried to make the arm tackle on him, but Tiffany had the angle as he cut it back.
Pinto thought he was coming to light him up. Tiffany waited for him to get to him, made that good hard cut to his inside shoulder and went right back to the middle of the field and then just outran everybody to the end zone to extend the Marauder lead. Extra point attempt, up him, the quarterback is our holder. Hasn't been on the field here in the second half. The Marauders have a touchdown again. That's how they started the first half. Offense not on the field. Defense scoring touchdown. Tiffany twice. Extra point attempt is up, and Trey Meyer is good. And the Marauders lead 41-7 with 10:07 left to go. Third quarter of play. Mingus will kick off when we come back.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Back at Kingman High School, Pete Kelly puts the pressure on the quarterback that time. Wilford threw it up for grab. And the Marauders go onside, and the ball's loose. Then Kingman will jump on it, and they'll have it at the 36-yard line. Anyhow, it was Kelly that put the pressure on quarterback Wilford, who threw it up for grabs, and you could just see Herb Tiffany's eyes light up, and that ball was floating through the air, and he timed his steps perfectly to jump in front of the receiver right as the ball got there, and then it was off to the races. And man, Herb Tiffany is spectacular in the open field.
Not only that, but he had a great block downfield. Didn't catch the number on it, but he had a spring block right around the 25, 30-yard line that opened it up for him. And then he had one man to beat and was able to just juke Pinta back to the inside, and then nobody was going to catch him.
Here's the third play in a row that Kingman has run a guy on the field after they break their huddle. Full house backfield, a receiver on the left. Here's a snap, and they'll hand off. Running left in the backfield. He's going to break a tackle with a stiff arm, and out down the sideline, and finally knocked out of bounds. A decent run that time by Maurice Longmire. It looked like Pete Kelly had him in the backfield, but Longmire was able to give him a stiff arm and break free and run to the left sideline, where he picked up about 11 yards and a first down.
You know what happened last time they stiff-armed Kelly?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
next tackle. Next tackle, he ripped somebody's helmet off.
And the next two plays after that, he had a tackle for a 2-yard loss, and then a sack for about 10 more yards.
Yeah, and they waked the sleeping Kelly.
Get that young man fired up. Watch out. First down and 10. Here's the snap, and a pump fake, looking to throw left. Now they throw to the right, and they got a man in the middle of the field at the line of scrimmage. He'll make the catch, and then, let's see, 3 Marauders, maybe 4 were not in on the tackle. And progress is going to be a gain of 2, which brings up second down and 8. Nowhere to go that time for Adrian Ochoa. And Ochoa got the ball turned around and just started getting ding-danged around by a bunch of Marauder helmets.
Well, I don't think he expected the ball. I think the quarterback, Wilford, was going through his progression and went, bing, no, 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 you.
And that's when he started going, no, 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 no. So these guys with silver helmets around me.
Me?
Don't you know it's a homecoming dance tonight and I got to be able to move? Second down and 7. Bulldogs on their own side of the field. Looking right, throwing right. They got a man on the right. And it's a Longmire this time. And Longmire will break the initial contact and pick up a first down as he's got a gain of 10 onto the Marauders side of the field at the Mingus 43-yard line. 41-7, the Marauders with the lead. 8:56 left to go in the third quarter, and a first down by the Bulldogs.
Well, that might be Longmire's first catch.
They got old Moreno back in there.
They got Moreno back in there?
Is that his name? Yeah, Moreno. Jose Moreno. Coming back in playing. He's moving around a little better now. He was gimping around a little while ago. Well, he's on the wrong side of the field, and he's gimping again in that wing position on the right. And here's a pass, quick hit to the left-hand side, and they've got their man, and he's breaking a tackle or two. Marauders are hitting and not wrapping for some reason. And the catch is made, and a couple yards after the catch by Ochoa, short of a first down. Remember, he got about 6 yards and brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, it looks like they're taking whatever the Mingus Marauders will give them.
Isn't much.
Well, Mingus is playing off those receivers a little bit, so they're just trying to throw underneath and see if somebody can break something.
Twins on the left. Quarterback throwing left, and it's intercepted by the Marauders. And let's see who it is. It's 87 that comes up with the INT for Mingus, and that is Ryan Nash that comes up with a big interception for the Marauders, and he caught it as he was diving, so he's down right as he catches the ball at the 35-yard line, and the Marauders are having a takeaway party tonight.
Holy cow, I'm running out of stat room on the defensive sheet here.
let's get another sheet.
I got a whole computer worth, so we can make this work.
Yeah, let's get some more defensive stats. We love them. We need some more sacks. We need some more return. We need a fumble recovery.
4 sacks, 3 interceptions. Goose egg on the fumble recoveries.
Yeah, we need one of them.
Yeah.
However, 2 of those 3 interceptions have been taken the distance for 6.
Yes.
Which in turn counted for 14.
Yes.
All right, so the Marauders have the ball. 8 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Mingus a touchdown away from a continuous clock from their own 35-yard line. Upham under center, takes a snap, pitch going left, and it's going to be a halfback option. It's coming back, even if he catches it. Clark drops it. At the 30, he had a touchdown, but it was coming back for illegal motion on Mingus. They had 2 guys moving at the same time. It's an illegal shift. That's what it is. And I'm kind of happy he didn't catch it.
Right.
Because had he caught it, it would have been like, wow, what a great play, but it didn't count.
Right, I know. Not only that, but he would have had another 40-yard sprint, would have been more tired. Would have sweat more,
It's tough when you're 15,
I
16.
know.
You have to run far.
I know.
40 yards.
I know. Holy cow. In the refrigerator's like at least 8 yards from the couch.
They declined the penalty.
Wow.
So it's 2nd and 10 instead of 1st and 15. Interesting. And the Marauders head back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Take the play, the incomplete pass, huh? All right, Upham set under center. He's got a man. It's Thagard in motion. Thagard will get right behind the quarterback and then turn to walk back to the right side wing position. Mingus now has Jesus Garcia in the backfield. We saw him score a couple touchdowns last week.
We did.
Awaiting a snap, Upham now with Clark in motion, and he's going to keep it himself. Upham through the middle, and he lowers his helmet into a defender and got a couple extra yards for his effort. Gain of about 7 on the play, and it's 3rd down and 3 now for the Marauders from their own 43-yard line. They need to get across the 45 to just about the 46.
Well, Upham needs just 16 yards.
Well, he'll get it.
To get his 100 yards?
As long as they don't pull him for Meyer here soon.
Right.
Which they may. So he better run on this play. 3rd down and 3. Mingus leading 41-7. Garcia in the backfield, waving his hand at us, JB. He's got Clark back there with him. They're going to keep it in an option, and Upham will have a first down as he's ridden out of bounds near midfield. Looks like they're going to mark him out at about the 48 or so, and that'll be enough for a first. He only needed to get to the 46. So the clock has stopped momentarily. 7:06 left to go, third quarter. Upham with another tough run, and he's got his team another first down.
Well, the Digital player of the game is going to be hard. Do we go with Upham with 3 touchdowns? Do we go Tiffany, 2 pick sixes?
Wow.
Yeah.
These guys are making it difficult on us.
No kidding.
Why don't we go with old number 63?
Yeah. We'll have to call Digital and have them break the tie for us, huh?
Yeah, there you go. First down. It makes it easy, Jack. I haven't been doing that all year. And Upham's going to run the pitch, going left-hand side to Thagard, looking for a block from Clark. Clark will get the block. Thagard down the left sideline. He's pushed out of bounds. And we'll have to see where they mark him out. It looks like they're going to mark him right at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. So it'll be short of a first by 3 yards, a gain of 7 on the play. And those plays open up where you have one guy out there to defend and you got a blocker in front of you. And you start thinking, oh, boy, here we go. And then somebody else comes in and ruins the play.
Well, and with this particular field, it's hard for us to tell how close to the sideline they are on the opposite side.
Very hard.
Looks like the play goes for a lot more, and then they mark it back.
2nd down and 3. Mingus with a power lined up here, and they're going to hand off to Thagard, going right through the line, right behind his guard on the right side. And he's going to be just shy of a first down, it would appear. 3rd and less than a yard here for the Marauders.
Now, interesting. I don't know if you noticed, but Mingus has got 2 receivers to the near side. They've got Austin Fredette, and then the big man Galloway on the far side. And what's interesting, when you bring Galloway out to this far side, it also brings Wilford out with them. So one of their best tacklers isn't in the middle now.
3rd and a short one for the Marauders. Upham set under center, and he is going to pitch, coming right to Thagard. Thagard's got a first down, and down the sideline he goes. Thagard to the middle of the field. He'll be He hit and tackled around the 10. A long run by Thagard. He picked up about 33 yards on the carry as he's marked down at the 10-yard line. Looks like he may be just short of the 10-yard line, which would give the Marauders a chance for a first down before they score.
Great job by Galloway downfield. You see him blocking, sir? He was 15, 18, 20 yards downfield blocking, and number 4 comes off limping again. That's Moreno. So they're going to lose him defensively, at least for a play or so.
1st and 10 Mingus, just outside the 10-yard line. They can get a first down inside the 1. Garcia in the backfield. Upham under center. Handoff going left to Clark. Clark following his blockers through the middle, and he'll be pushed backwards after a gain of about 3 down to about the 7-yard line, where it is now 2nd down and 7 Mingus. 4:35 left to go, 3rd quarter. Marauders on top 41-7. And Jackie, I was wrong. If the Marauders score a touchdown, unless they go for 2, it will not be a continuous clock, so it'll only be up by 41.
Aha. So that's why they missed it earlier.
Right. They were trying to extend the game a little more.
Right.
Get some of their bench players in, a little PT.
Actually, that is so valuable.
Oh, huge.
It is absolutely huge.
Especially when you got all these sophomores up.
Yep. What do you mean? Most of them are starting.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not up. They're playing. 2nd down and 7. Thagard goes in motion. Handoff to Garcia going left. Garcia gets upended. Good tackle that time by Longmire. And he brings Garcia down, but he's really close to a first down. It looks like they're going to mark him at about the 3. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 2 for the Marauders from the 3-yard line.
Now, Garcia has got a touchdown in every game he has played.
Oh.
And he doesn't have that many touches, so they've been late game touches.
Boy, I like having a touchdown machine.
Oh, I do too.
See if they give it to him again. 3rd down, and they say 3 on the scoreboard from about the 3-yard line. Awaiting the snap is Upham. And he'll turn and give it to Garcia, who runs into the end zone. Touchdown! Jesus Garcia in the end zone once again. And Garcia has given the Marauders a 47-7 lead with 3:17 left to go in the 3rd quarter of play.
Well, he continues his streak. You know, his touchdowns per carry ratio is pretty awesome.
Meyer in to attempt the extra point. Upham the holder. Awaiting the snap from McKeever. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's right down the middle, and good. 48-7, the Marauders lead by 41 with 3:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back to Kingman High School for the Marauder kickoff after this.
At Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, rather than do lots of things, we focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people. Gettle's starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate-challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
Back at Kingman High School, 48-7, the Marauders looking for their 3rd win in a row. And with a victory tonight, the Marauders will have evened out their record at 500, JB, 4-4 after a 0-3 start.
Yeah, that's really turning your season around.
Here's a kickoff by Meyer, takes the return man to the goal line. And now break the left-hand sideline, 20-yard line, hit there, and fighting forward for a couple extras. And looks like they called him down. Maybe they called his progress stop because he broke out of the pile and looked to continue running. But the Marauders have stopped his progress at about the 21 or 2-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over their next possession at their own 22.
Well, if there's one thing consistent about the Bulldogs is every return, every kickoff return has come to the near side of the field.
Come to the left side, huh?
Yep, every single one of them.
Well, you know what? That's not true. It's not always the left. You're right. It's just this side of the field. Because even when they were going the other way, they were coming to their own bench side of the field.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe they know it's faster on this side or something.
Well, yeah, the field slopes down. No, I'm kidding.
Home field advantage. 3:09 left, third quarter. Quarterback Wilford looking to throw. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws the ball. Has a man, makes the catch, but he's tackled immediately. Good defense by the Marauders as Nathan Petty was their defensively to bring him down after a short gain, about 3 yards, maybe 4, and brings up 2nd and 6.
Well, Longmire gets another catch out there, not for much, but Mingus really pulled back. Absolutely no blitzing on that.
Moreno running off the field with a limp once again.
You notice he limps when he is not running a pattern.
Quarterback looking to throw again. He's got all day. Throws over the middle, and it's broken up. Nice defensive effort by Isaac Romero. Got his hand in front of the receiver and tipped that one away incomplete. Good D that time. 3rd down and 6 now for the Bulldogs.
That was absolutely textbook. One man, one hand on the waist or the back of the player, the other hand swatting right in front of him.
Good job, D. And quarterback Wilford running the play in from the sideline. We haven't seen him do that too much tonight. And then the huddle breaks before he gets there. He's going to call the play at the line. They've been waiting for you, bro.
Wait, you guys don't know what I called.
One back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback 2-step drop. Looking right, looking left, looking to tuck and run. Now he's going to throw right in. Oh, went through the hands of his intended receiver, Ochoa. And it looked like a Marauder may have had a chance at it out on the deflection, but it falls to the Tundra. Incomplete. 4th down and 6. And down 48-7. The Bulldogs may look to go for it, JB. Why not? What's the difference? However, they're going to punt it away. Wow.
Well,
I think I'd run a play.
Maybe. We've seen him try to throw the ball.
Taylor Farron, the punter, is in, and whistles blow, and he's lucky because he's getting that blocked.
Thagard was in there.
You got all sides on the defense. This may change their philosophy. Now it's going to be 4th and 1. Down by 41. It's 4th and 1 with 2:21 left to go in the 3rd.
Ooh. Aces are wild.
Lots of ones. And looks like they're bringing quarterback Wilford back into the ball game. And bringing number 12, Isaiah Perez, back into the ball game.
Pass play.
They're going to run trips left. One guy on the right. Running back behind the quarterback. It's a new guy who's replaced Moreno. There's a snap. Welford looking right. Welford looking to run now, and he's going to tuck in and run. The Marauders have him, man. He's going to be really, really close to a 1st down. It's going to depend on the spot.
Well, the man in the backfield had one job, block Kelly.
If they mark the guy, the linesman on our side of the field, he's short. And it's going to be really close. I think it's short, and the Marauders are going to take it back on. They're going to bring the sticks out.
Did you notice the man in the backfield had one duty on that play, which was to block Kelly?
Right. Well, it's about time they figured that out. Number 21's killing us. Let's have somebody block him.
Right. Yeah, he stepped to the side of the quarterback and located Kelly, who, of course, beat his man.
I think they're just shy of a 1st down here, bringing out the sticks.
And they're going to stretch well.
Stretch them.
Stretch. Oh, get out of the way, guys.
That metal stretches.
All right, Galloway and Tiffany, and who else is in our view out there?
And I'm right again, JB. How about that? I mean, I think I missed one in 23 years. This is with no markings on the field. So the Marauders hold on 4th down, and the ball's turned over on downs. Mingus takes it. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs.
You were right. We couldn't even see it.
Just lucky.
Just lucky?
Yeah, those are the things I'm lucky at.
Right. Right. No, I'm with you. I understand.
Oh, yeah, pick 6 tomorrow night or something. I won't get one of them. Or pick 3, whatever they do out here. All right, so the Marauders take over, 1st down and 10. Now, if another Marauder score would have a continuous clock. 2:13 left to go, 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. Up him, look to give it to somebody. Nobody wanted it. Now he's going to run it himself. Now he's running to the sideline, and he's going to get hit and tackled before he gets to the sideline. Clock will continue to run under 2 minutes now. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play, and a broken play. Upham thought somebody was coming to get it. Nobody came to get it, and he just turned around and ran it himself.
Well, he was over 90 yards, and now went backward.
It's actually Trey Meyer that is in at quarterback now, JB. Upham has left the game, and it's Trey Meyer, number 19, who is in at quarterback for Mingus. We got a bunch of new numbers in there right now. Javin Helsel is in the game. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Also got Garcia in the backfield. Got a new guy on the left side of the wing position. As soon as we catch his number, we'll let you know. And here's the snap and a pitch going left, and it's fumbled. Now picked up by Helsel. Helsel down the left sideline, breaks the tackle. Now he's got a first down in. Tackled out of bounds, and it looks like it's not Helsel. It's Alejandro Stabrief. Stabrief is in wearing number 6 instead of Helsel, and Stabrief has a good run for the Marauders where he picks up a first down to about the 20-yard line.
I will have to check. I believe that's only his second carry of the season.
I gotta write him down on my scoreboard, my score sheet. I want to be giving up yards to somebody that didn't earn them. First down and 10, Mingus from the 20-yard line. And Meyer set under center, takes a snap, and he's going to run it up the middle, and there's nowhere to go. The Bulldogs collapse on him after a short gain. They got about a yard, maybe 2, depending on the spot. It's inside the 20. We're down to 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Marauders up 48-7. Another Mingus score would have a continuous clock, and we'll be out of here in about 15 minutes.
Only to drive home for 4 hours.
You're right, well, that's all the more reason to get that clock running.
Well, yeah. Well, my drive home is going to be a little longer. Mine will take almost 24 hours.
Yeah, well, you're going the long way.
Yep.
Second down and 7 now. Meyer set under center, and he's going to hand it off. Going up the middle, it's Garcia, and Garcia bangs out about 5 or 6. He's going to be close to, but short of a first down by about a yard. The other running back that came into the game for the Marauders is Anthony Accurso. That's close enough for me. I'm sure his parents are going, it's something else. But Anthony Accurso, the running back, 5'8", 150 pounds, is coming into the ball game. And that's the end of the third quarter. We headed into 4:48, and Mingus has 48-7 over Kingman. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back in Kingman, the 4:48. The Marauders 3rd and 3 from the 13-yard line. Quarterback Trey Meyer in the ball game for the Marauders. Accurso goes into motion, and now he'll walk back over to his left wing position. In the backfield is Garcia. On the right side is Stabrief. Twins on the right. And Mingus will hand off up the middle. Garcia is going to have a first down, I believe, depending on the spot. He's really close. It'll either be 3rd and inches or it will be 1st and goal. Looks like they're going with 1st and goal from inside the 10.
Great job. Garcia carried 2 Bulldogs along with him.
Yeah, he runs strong, huh?
He does. He runs low. He runs strong. I mean, he is built for that fullback position. He reminds me a lot of Collins when he runs the ball.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it wasn't 63 that I was seeing all that whole time.
Was it 62
it
Novak?
No, it looks like it's 68.
Oh.
That's working that left guard position. That's Stefano Dalu. And here is the snap, and Meyer is going to be tackled in the backfield. He'll lose about a yard to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 11.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the play. Second down and goal for the Marauders.
It was a play, not the play.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the play they wanted.
I wonder if Myers will get the green light to maybe put the ball up.
I don't know. Up 48-7. I think you're pretty much a running team at that point, trying not to embarrass your opponent. We'll see, though. Meyer looks to throw. No, he's going to hand off, go to left-hand side to Garcia. And I'll tell you what, Jackie, this is what you do. You run the ball, you score a touchdown, you say what he wants to do.
Right.
That's what they're going to do. Garcia is down around the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him right at the 5, so it's a gain of 6 on the play. Third down and goal, Marauders from the 5-yard line. 10:20 left to go here in regulation time. I don't think we'll need any more. 48-7 is the score. Mingus on top.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I don't think. Boy, it would be something, wouldn't it? Something we don't like.
Yeah, postgame would be really long that way.
Not very happy. Third down and goal play, and Myers going to run the option. The pitch coming to the left-hand side, and run it to the end zone. Stop brief will be tackled just shy. At about the 1, maybe the 1.5. Fourth and goal, Mingus at around the 1.5, 2-yard line.
Well, that was a very late pitch, and Staybreath actually good hands just to get control of that ball because he was in traffic when he got that pitch and able to get around the corner, and you know those eyes got big watching that pylon. Just ran out of territory to the left and went out of bounds.
Yeah, here's fourth down and goal play from about the 2-yard line. The Marauders switch their receiver and wing back from the left to the right side. Garcia in the backfield, man in motion now, and it's going to be Meyer into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Trey Meyer!
Great block out there by Nathan Jones, opening the hole, and Meyer literally walked in, following the footsteps of his predecessor Upham, and became untouched Meyer.
Untouched Meyer, yeah. 9:56 left to go in the ball game. The Marauders now lead 54-7. Better be careful; they'll surpass that 63 they put on flag.
Right. I believe that. That should stand as the high score, right?
Yeah. Here's the extra point attempt by Meyer, who just scored the touchdown. It is up and good, and the Marauders extend the lead, 55-7. With 9:56 left to go, and we should be continuous talk from here on out. Let's see what they do. Marauders will kick off when we return.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Back at Kingman, Trey Meyer just scored all 7 points. A touchdown run and the extra point for the Marauders kicks off. Bringing the ball down the left-hand side, now trying to break it in front of the Marauder bench. Mingus all over him and down at the 24 or 5, depending on the mark. It was number 12 that time, Isaiah Perez with the return.
Decent field position out there, and, well, the continuous clock indeed is engaged.
Oh, good. 9:20 left to go. The Marauders up 55-7.
Spoiling homecoming for the Kingman Bulldogs here. Once again, I want to thank this school. They have been absolutely fantastic hosts to us.
Oh, man, this has been great up here in Kingman.
Oh, but I mean the administration all the way through, setting up equipment to be able to broadcast from their field, which is way, way, way far away from the equipment we needed.
Right.
And they were just gracious and nice. And
people just popping their head in the booth. If you need anything, let me know. And, I
know.
You don't get this on the road very often, folks.
No, absolutely not. This seems to be a very well-run high school. So congratulations to this administration and this group. And
their fans who are here and supporting this team down 55-7 in the fourth quarter, and they're still here cheering them on.
Yep.
Well, Ford, look at the throw. He's got all day over the middle. He's got a man. He threw it behind him, and it hits the ground.
That was Wilford's fault.
Intended for Moreno.
Moreno was wide open, found a soft spot in the secondary out there about 15 yards downfield. Wilford came into today's game with 969 passing yards. So he will be over 1,000.
Huh?
Yeah, he'll be over 1,000 after this game.
Second down and 10. Bulldogs, they go trips right, twins left. Quarterback in the gun, takes a snap. Drops back 2 steps, looking right, looking right, looking right. Here comes the pressure, looking to tuck and run. Here comes Pete Kelly. And Wilford will get to the sideline, and he's still in bounds. No, they whistle him out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, maybe at 37. It's enough for a first down. About 12 yards on the carry, maybe 13, depending on where they're going to spot it. Yeah, 13 on the carry. First down and 10. Bulldogs. Clock stopped for some reason. 7:44 left to go, and they'll start running the digits again.
Well, he's actually got 10 carries for 9 yards on the game.
Wilford takes a snap, drops back, goes up top. He's got a man wide open. The catch is made and tackled immediately. At about the 34-yard line. Catch made that time by Tyler Tapia. Tapia's got a big gain on that one, about 25 yards or so, 27 on the reception. And the Bulldogs. Now, if they score, we got to stop the clock, right? It won't be continuous anymore.
Right. Well, they looked up, saw where Tiffany was, and didn't throw it that way.
Right. He did make the tackle, however.
Yep, he did.
First down and 10 play, clock running. And, that was... The quarterback was on the knee, and that was his foot out there. I thought it was a dog running. We're playing the Bulldogs. I thought they're bringing out an extra player or something, JB.
The slobbering kind.
Yeah, that ball's wet. First down and 10. Wilford to throw over the middle again, and somehow his receiver caught it. I'm not sure he knew he did. And now it'll be tackled at the 30-yard line. One-arm tackle by the Marauder that time. And as soon as he turns around, we'll let you know who it was.
It was Longmire with the reception.
And Jordan Pollock with the tackle for the Mingus Marauders. So Jordan Pollock, a sophomore, 6'1", 170, comes up and makes a defensive play. Gain of 5. Second down and 5. 6:15 left to go in the ball game. Marauders up 55-7. Wilford looking to throw, and he's hit and sacked. It's Pete Kelly again.
Who picks him up?
Yeah, helps him up. No, I think he's just trying to get him off of Romero.
Who he helps up.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Pete Kelly's having some kind of a game defensively for the Marauders as well, Jackie.
Oh, he's putting his name in the bid, so to say, for the Digitel Player of the Game, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm not sure a couple of pick sixes. He's beaten a couple of pick sixes or 3 rushing touchdowns, but he's played a heck of a game. Welford to throw right side, and short and incomplete of his intended receiver right in front of the Kingman bench. And just threw it behind him. And couldn't get it to Longmire, and it falls incomplete. And with the incompletion, the clock rolls. Fourth down and 9.
Well, he's been on 3 sacks. He's got credit for 2 total. Kelly, that is.
Right. Oh, okay, right, because that one got taken back because they said that it was an incomplete pass.
Right. One of those pick sixes, though, was his pressure.
Yes. Yeah, the second one.
Yep.
Fourth down and 9. Wilford takes a snap. Looking deep in the middle. Can't find it. Looking deep down the left side. He's got a man. It goes right through his hands.
Oof.
And then it went right through the hands of the guy behind him. Number 12 missed it. And after Perez missed it, it went right into the hands of Tyler Tapia right behind him. They both missed it. That ball is slippery.
Well, you know what? You probably don't expect the guy in front of you to miss it.
Yeah, whiff.
And maybe tip the ball, change the direction on it, too. But interesting that he ended up with 2 receivers within about 3 yards of each other.
Yeah, and the ball hit both of them.
That was almost a Hail Mary kind of a play. Just everybody go down in the same group.
Was that 0 for 2 in completions?
Yeah.
It's 0 for 2 in catches.
Okay, I get it. No, I'm not sure we can do that.
The Marauders bring looks like their starting line and their backup backs and quarterback in the ball game like they had their last possession. Meyer in at quarterback for the Marauders, and he's going to hand off up the middle. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's still on the loose. Meyer trying to bring it to the outside and trying to beat Moreno. Gets to the sideline, and he's run out of bounds. It'll matter on the official marking the ball as to whether or not he's got a first down. He's really close.
Mingus has put up 360 yards of offense from the line of scrimmage so
That's
far.
Amazing. Only 360 yards, and he got 55 points on the board.
2 long defensive touchdowns.
I mean, you'd think he'd have 500 yards. You have 55 points, you think he'd have 500 yards of offense.
If you do all-purpose yards, easy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Easy. Tiffany's got, 50 pick sixes for 54 yards and 90 yards.
Yep.
So there's your 500 right there.
Yeah. And the Marauders looking to run again. Meyer trying to get to the outside, running left, cuts it back to the middle. He's got a first down. Across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. First down and 10 Marauders. 3:33 left to go in the ball game. Mingus first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Great job, but what Myers needs to know is he doesn't have to stay in bounds to keep the clock running.
Yeah. That's a heads-up play on his part.
Yeah.
I mean, practice the way you want to play.
Well, no, that's absolutely true.
Of course, there's something to be said to run out of bounds and live to play again. Myers tough, though. He's not worried about getting tackled. First down and 10 play for Mingus, and they're going to hand off right up the middle, and it's Garcia for 7. Garcia rips off 7 yards on first for under 3 minutes to go. The Marauders with 55 points on the board. High this year was a couple weeks ago up in Flagstaff against the Eagles when Mingus put up 63.
And unfortunately for the Eagles, that was too easy for the Marauders, putting up 63. That program has definitely been grounded.
Makes you wonder what happens when Flag plays Paradise Valley.
Oof.
Here's a second down play. And Myers got another first down. And he's holding on to the ball. They're trying to rip it out of his hands, but he holds on and tackled at the 30. Meyer with a gain of 10, 20, about 15?
16.
Yeah, 16 yards. So another good run by Trey Meyer. We're running out of time, down at 2:10 on the clock as the Marauders are slowly headed back to the ball.
Well, Meyer probably wants to get back to the ball. He says, I got 2 rushing touchdowns to make up.
Yeah. You look over at the sideline there for the Marauders, and you can see this is a team that's feeling pretty good about themselves right now, Jackie. A couple of groups split up amongst themselves, talking things over and feeling pretty good about their performance tonight. Mingus looking to run it again up the middle with Garcia. Meyer handed it off and then got hammered from behind after he handed the ball off by number 21, Tyler Tapia. But the ball had already been handed off to Garcia, and he picked up 5 yards on first. It's second down and 5 with a minute and a half left to go.
Well, Mingus has not run any different plays here. And with Garcia going that far back, I'm pretty sure it isn't a pitch.
Right? Yeah, it's not a pitch. And Mingus now in the victory formation on second down and 5. Here's a snap. Meyer takes a knee. 1:10 left to go. Meyer will have to do that one more time. And the Marauders will be able to run out this clock and win the game. Mingus will go to 4-4 on the season, JB. Mingus has won 4 of their last 5 games. And a game against Coconino next week at home should be a winnable game for the Marauders. And it will all come down to the final game of the season. The Marauders and the Prescott Badgers over in Prescott.
Last we've heard, it was Bradshaw still leading at halftime, 12-7. We're going to try to get an update on that score. With us going to continuous clock here, we may not get a final in our postgame, but we'll do our best to keep you updated on that one.
Clock down to 30 seconds. Meyer takes a snap, takes a knee, and that's the end of the ball game. The Marauders will not have to snap the ball again. Final score, Mingus 55, Kingman 7. We'll be back to Kingman High School for the post-game report, which is brought to you by Digitel Verizon Wireless. Big game for the Marauders. Back to 500, 4-4. We'll be back to Kingman High School for the post-game report coming up after
this. Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
At Gettles High Desert Mechanical, rather than do lots of things, we focus on doing one thing right. We serve climate-challenged people. Gettle starts with a free system evaluation to identify the best AC and heating equipment for your home or business. Professional installation, warranties, and service after the sale. If you're climate challenged, then we're the right choice. Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, the name to trust.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway. The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 11 years in a row in Cottonwood and 7 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
It's time now for the Digitel Post Game Report. Stay tuned for the Marauder Wrap-Up, game highlights, and the Digitel Player of the Game. The Digitel Post Game Report starts now. From the press box, here's Zach Calandra.
Back in Kingman, and a big win for the Marauders, 55-7 over the Kingman Bulldogs. Mingus evens up their record at 4-4. It was a big night for a bunch of Marauders. Started out with Herb Tiffany with a pick six to get it going for Mingus.
Well, 54 yards was his first pick six, and I do mean the word first. If you're just joining us, holy cow, he had a defensive ball game of ball games. Definitely will go down in his history books. And he started with that 54-yard interception return, which was actually on a punt that was... Well, we got in the backfield. He decided not to punt, ran to the left, ran to the right, and then threw downfield. And Herb Tiffany said, mine, ran it back and broke one. 6-7 tackles, breaking 6 or 7 tackles in the process. Meyer was good for the extra point, so with 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter, Mingus led 7-0. Then 4.5 minutes left to go. Machado would get his first and only touchdown of the game, 13 yards up the middle. And if anything went wrong for the Mingus Marauders, it was number 22 laying on Mr. Boyson's bench over there on the far side of the field.
They carried him off the field. And ordinarily, when they carry off the field and you let you use 1 foot on the ground, he had both feet up in the air. So it makes you wonder. You hope it's not another one of those dual ankle sprains that we saw Collins have earlier in the year.
Right, exactly. Well, and he struggled with it. And in fact, we weren't even sure if he was going to play against Flagstaff or Mojave. Actually, it was Mojave that we weren't sure he was going to play against, and then he came out and almost ran for 100
again. Yeah.
Yep, but nonetheless, Machado just gets the second touchdown, and Meyer was good for the extra point. Mingus led 14-0. Second quarter action, 11:32 left to go, and Upham will get his first touchdown of not 1, not 2, but 3. He gets the hat trick. Is that right?
Yeah, hat trick. Yeah,
gets
it's hockey season. They've started playing already.
That's right, huh?
And Barry Melrose on ESPN all the time.
October, the ice is frozen.
Yeah,
especially in the stadium. in Canada. The ice is always frozen.
It's always frozen, isn't it, Jackie?
It is. So Upend dives in from 3 yards out for his first touchdown. Meyer, a rare miss on the extra point as it goes wide left, and it was 20-0. Well, Kingman would then get on the board. 8:53 left to go. A fourth down conversion, a long one, about 4th and 25.
And a backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback Moreno finds starting quarterback Wilford downfield for about 38 yards, and it sets up a 1-yard touchdown dive by Wilford, who keeps it himself. I wasn't sure if he got in, but he just kept kind of flowing down the line until he got it.
I'm not sure he got in. I just went with what the referee said on that side of the field. It didn't look like it.
Well, they should have.
See any of the lines on the field. I think they painted it in the beginning of the season. Didn't do it since.
Well, up here in the Kingman area, the grass actually grows. They have to repaint it.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
Green.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? The extra point by Farron was good, and it was 20-7 at that point. Later, second quarter action, 6:50 left to go, and the Mingus Marauders would score again. Guess who?
Oh, it's untouched Upham.
I
know, I was watching.
He would get his second touchdown. This one, a 6-yard dive off to the left-hand side, and it looked like they were really picking on that left-hand side. Novak did a great job with his blocks over there, and they were able to move the ball on the left-hand side, and Meyer was good with his extra point. It was 27-7. Still second quarter action with $1:43 left to go, and a 32-yard field goal attempt by the Kingman squad, and it goes to the left.
Wide left.
And, just slobbered off to the left just a little bit, so it remained 27-7. So with $1:43, Mingus gets the ball back right around the 30-yard line. They drive the field 70 yards down, and with 14.5 seconds left to go, it was untouched Upham. Again, 5 yards this time. Cuts it back through and goes inside the tackle on the right-hand side.
Right side. Went left the first 2 times.
Left, right. Yep. It
sounds like boxing.
It does. I was thinking that myself. Meyer was good with the extra point at halftime. It was 34-7, and Mingus certainly had this one in hand. Then with 10:07 left to go in the third quarter, an absolutely beautiful return by Tiffany, his second of the game. Hopefully we've got this one as a replay for you. A 90-yard interception return by Tiffany, and great pressure. It was Kelly getting in with the pressure once again.
The Marauders scored a touchdown in both halves without having the ball offensively.
Isn't that amazing?
No, they have Herb Tiffany.
No, that's true. They ended the Bulldogs' first drive on both of them.
Yeah,
that was
right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And so it goes 90 yards the other way. He moves in, moves out, and good. Channel 2's got it. There we go. As we, if you want to watch this, you can check in Channel 2. And there is Kelly with the hit as he puts it on the quarterback. The route is undercut right there by Tiffany. Comes near side, gets a great block downfield. Swoop! There's a good whiff by the offensive lineman, and he knew that was going to happen. He just set him up.
You got to love it when you slow down around the 10 to cruise to the end zone.
Yes, yes. And start high-stepping. And
backpedaling.
Yeah, looking for the place in the crowd that you're going to jump into, right?
Right. Throw the ball to your girlfriend, all fun stuff.
Third quarter action, 3:17 left to go. And Garcia, who has been a touchdown machine in the last 3-4 games, he's had opportunities late.
He scores, doesn't he?
He does score. He does score. He gets down there and just drives the ball in. Jesus Garcia picks up the touchdown, a 4-yard plow into the end zone, and he keeps his touchdown streak alive out there for the Marauders. And with 3:17 left to go, Mingus made it a 48-7 affair, and the continuous clock began at that point. Then with fourth quarter action, 9:56 left to go, the last score of the game belonged to the Mingus Marauders once again, a 2-yard dive, and Meyer made it look easy, did he not?
Untouched Meyer.
Yeah, untouched Meyer.
The Marauders quarterback scored 4 touchdowns tonight on the ground, and all 4 of them, they ran into the end zone untouched.
That is absolutely true. Yep. Garcia got touched.
Dalu over on the left-hand side playing that guard position. We thought it was 63. It was 68. It's Stefano over there making those huge holes for the Marauders to run through. Because the one that Meyer ran in, he went to the left side also behind Dalu.
Well, he just waltzed in. In fact, he took 2 quick steps and then walked.
And started pirouetting and everything.
Hey, from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, right. Hey, Coach, look what I can do.
Right. He was like, oh. Hey, huge hole.
May as well go through that one.
No kidding. Mingus victorious here tonight, 55-7, spoiling homecoming for the Kingman Bulldogs, who did their homecoming king and queen before the game.
Wasn't that the same thing at Flag? Weren't we homecoming for Flag also? Went up there and spoiled it for them?
Was that this year?
No, I don't know.
I know it was last
year. They
year.
spoiled ours.
Oh, yes.
We don't want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, that would be fair then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
That
sure.
would be fair.
Put 63 on them is even better. I'll put 63 on Flag every week.
There we go.
Okay, well, here we are. This is our post-game report brought to you by Digitel Verizon Wireless. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring Mingus Marauder football and bringing all these plays and all the live coverage to you week after week. So thanks a lot to the Digitel Verizon Wireless for sponsoring Mingus Marauder football. Let's take a quick break right here. We'll come back with some more individual statistics for you from tonight's ball game and our player of the game. Who's it going to be? We got too many guys to choose from. We'll be back after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, in Prescott Valley at the Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
It's the dawn of a new era in healthcare here in the Verde Valley. Spectrum Healthcare introduces whole person care for the mind, for the body, for all of you. With the opening of our new integrated care facility at 651 West Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, Spectrum Healthcare now offers primary care, behavioral health, and pharmacy, all in one location. For primary medical care, for help with mental health and substance use disorders, for whole person health care, call Spectrum Healthcare, 634-2236. People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Your local Cottonwood Taco Bell has what you're craving for just $1. Shredded chicken mini quesadillas, spicy potato soft taco, spicy tostada, just a part of the new Dollar Cravings menu at your Cottonwood Taco Bell. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell on Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back in Kingman in a big win for the Marauders over the Bulldogs tonight, 55-7. Mingus did it offensively, defensively, and not so much on special teams.
No, actually, that was the best part of the game for the Bulldogs. I mean, it really was. Their special teams, their kickoff returns were pretty much averaging a little better than 30 yards.
Yeah, they were getting out near the 40 midfield almost every kick return.
They certainly were.
But like you said, it's a team that has a lot of experience with kick returns, so they've gotten good at it.
And they always came to our side. Didn't matter whether they were going to the right
Make
or
sure we got the good camera angle on them.
Yeah, I know, that's true, especially when they were coming from the right to the, no kidding. Mingus definitely had their way out here tonight, putting together 402 total yards for the Marauders. Jordan Upham ends up the game still 3 for 5, 70 yards. Didn't throw the ball in the second half at all. 3 touchdowns on the game. All of those are rushing. And then Tiffany, how about that? We're going to put in a defensive stat.
Little Herb.
Yes, 2 interceptions, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. And let's see if he had any rushing yards to go along with that. I believe he said, if you're not going to give the ball to me, he had 1 rush for 19 yards.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
good.
So he 3 touches for 163 yards.
And 2 touchdowns.
Pick
sixes.
Machado might even be a little bit jealous of that one. Tristan Clark did a great job here tonight. Only got 6 carries on the game.
Wow.
56 yards.
Big yards. He got long runs each time.
Yep. Had a couple. Levi Collins, 11 yards on 1 carry. Jordan Upham led all rushers for the Mingus Marauders. Another 9 carries, 91 yards.
And 3 of those are like 2 and 3 yard touchdown runs that could have been a lot more had we not been so close to the end zone, although he may not have been running it then.
Meyer in the last 2 drives for the Mingus Marauders, 7 carries, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Stabrif had 2 carries for 15 yards. And once again, Jesus Garcia picking up another touchdown on the ground late in the game for the Marauders. He ends up with another 7 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. But he's gotten like 8 touches and a touchdown the last couple of different games, if not one. I'll have to check him.
That's that experience you were talking about earlier, to get some of these younger guys into the game and get them some of this varsity experience playing against other varsity football teams. And I'll tell you what, Jesus Garcia, he's ready. He's ready to play at the varsity level.
Well, Pete Kelly definitely is another one.
Oh.
Holy cow. Pete Kelly, 2 sacks here tonight, really 3, and in the grasp or kind of, which really should have been.
Shouldn't have been an incomplete pass. Should have been a fumble, if anything.
Yeah, an underhanded pitch forward shouldn't be a pass.
No. It should have been a sack because his progress was stopped, and Kelly should have gotten rewarded, and Romero, I believe, was in on it. Should have been rewarded with the sack, but the official bailed him out, called it an incomplete pass, and they got to play again.
Well, defensively here tonight, Mingus did, anything they wanted. How about this? 139 negative yards against the Kingman Bulldogs. 139 negative yards.
Wow.
2 of those in pick sixes. 144 yards in pick sixes. The rest of it all on sacks. 3 interceptions out here tonight. Nash had an interception, which stopped a drive for the Bulldogs. Got 1 yard on the return. Kelly had a total of 2 sacks. Was in on lots and lots of stuff. And lots and lots of tackles. He was on a hurry, which caused a pick six.
Yeah, he got the pressure on the quarterback on that last touchdown interception return by Tiffany. And, it was a split second away from being another sack for Kelly. He was right there and forced the throw. And then, of course, as we know, Tiffany took it back 90 yards for a touchdown.
Galloway was in on a sack. Romero in on another sack. And Romero seems to be collecting a half a sack a game just very consistently and methodically out there for the Mingus Marauders. So
he's a good player.
Yeah, he is. He had 1.5 sacks here tonight. Pardon me. 1.5 sacks for the Mingus Marauders and 13 yards of sack yards against the Bulldogs. So actually, holy cow, I'm sorry. Between sacks and return interception
returns,
interception return, 171 negative
and that's
yards.
Not even counting tackles for a loss.
No, you're absolutely right. But that's almost the same yardage that the Bulldogs had offensively here tonight. Let's take a look at their stats. Wolford for the Bulldogs here tonight, 2 interceptions, although there were 3 thrown, 1 by the punter. He was 12 for 23, 146 yards, which is right along his average.
Yeah.
It is right along his average. And he also had a reception for 38 yards, the most important one, which set him up at the 1 yard line. Right. 188 yards of total offense.
Wow.
And Mingus took back 171 yards. That doesn't go in their offensive stats.
And, Wilford... 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Coming into tonight, he had 14 interceptions to only 7 touchdowns. So he's not had a great year throwing the ball, although he does lead the section with now over 1,000 yards of passing. Passing yards, good. Interception and touchdown ratio, not real good at a 1-2.
Yeah, that's why they do the whole quarterback rating system. You know?
Right, and his is real low.
Yeah, good yards, but it still ends up real low when you're turning the ball over. But
it's like 2 interceptions a game. Coming in today, he had 14 interceptions.
Yeah.
And he had 2 today.
2 there, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's going to be hard. This team has turned the ball over. They had coming into tonight's game, they had a turnover ratio of -8.
In 7 games.
Right. And the Mingus Marauders started tonight's game with a turnover ratio positive 4.
Now it's positive 7.
Now it's positive 7 in 8 games. So
That's
Mingus
good.
is going the right way.
We're going the right way, yeah. No doubt about it. And we're going to be going the right way, which is back to Cottonwood for next week's game against the Coconino Panthers, JB. An old Grand Canyon region. Remember when we had a region?
Right.
Now it was the Grand Canyon region, and all these teams that we're playing now were in the Grand Canyon region?
Oh, yeah, my shirt says Grand Canyon Region Champions.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the one under this one.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of those.
Yes.
But Coconino's coming to town next week. That's a chance for the Marauders, who started the season 0-3, to get to 5-4 and be over 500 in the season that they started 0-3. And that's a testament to the coaching staff and to these players that did not ever give up, and they come out and they give you their best effort week after week. And the Marauders should go into that last game of the season against Prescott looking for a playoff berth with the win over the Badgers. Got to beat Coconino next week first, but then I think that last week of the season is going to be a huge one for the Marauders, and let's see if they're ready to step up to the challenge.
Well, they could be. There's rumors out there that Little Brother is finally taking it to Big Brother.
Yeah, and Big Brother's got a couple more tough games before we match up with them.
They do. Big Brother right now losing. That would be Prescott losing to Prescott Valley. 22-7 was the last score we heard.
And it's
I
got to
think
be getting
that's
late.
Third quarter. Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to get late.
29-7.
29-7.
Yes.
2-point conversion. No, extra touchdown.
Yeah, another touchdown.
Right.
So it looks like that one's over. Looks like the Bears are going to beat Prescott. That's not good news for Mingus, really.
Not for the region or the section championship, correct.
Yeah, because what we're looking for is Prescott to continue their dominance over Bradshaw, and then us go beat Prescott, and then we're essentially in a 3-way tie for first place.
Right. However, the section the section winner at that point would go to overall record. Which
wouldn't be us.
But
nonetheless.
But yeah, absolutely. So, Mingus could come down to that last game.
It's going to come down to
if Prescott is stuttering here, and then they've got number 7 in Division 2 with Deer Valley, that's not going to be an easy game.
No.
And then Mingus, and they better watch their emotions, because they definitely want Mingus back for last year, knocking them out of the playoffs.
No, I can't wait.
I know.
That's going to be a good one. First things first, next week, Coconino comes to town.
Yeah, they do indeed. Well, first things first, we got to pick our Digitel player of the game.
Jordan Upham had 3 touchdowns rushing tonight, played a spectacular game for the Mingus Marauders. He's really come along as a quarterback. He led this team to victory tonight. 3 untouched touchdowns, had a great game. However, there are some other players that we need to mention that I think may deserve this a little bit more.
At the same time, I'm going to throw in the offensive line, making huge holes. You don't become untouched Upham without that offensive line.
Untouched Meyer coming in behind you.
Right, yeah. No, that tells you that it's not necessarily the runner, it's the line.
I'll tell you what, Stefano Dalu on that left side at that guard position was just blowing people up, and the Marauders were able to run on that side.
And Novak on the near side, or the other opposite side tackle position, doing a great job as well. So, the line had a fantastic night. Really happy to see the Mingus Marauder starting center back in his spot.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Yeah, McKeever comes back, and it moves Andre May from the center to the guard position. Now the Marauders just got stronger on their line, and they've got more depth.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. So the line played a fantastic game here tonight. Pete Kelly was all over the field, ripping off helmets.
He's fun to watch, isn't he? He's a fun player to watch.
He plays hard. He plays aggressive.
Yeah, he plays hard.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah.
Dad wouldn't put up with it.
Well, I know, but, he grew up watching Matt Earls. You know what I mean? And that heart playing bigger than your size, et cetera, came in and get another 2 sacks or a sack and a half here tonight, adding to his total. He leads the Marauders with 5.5 sacks, causing hurries, getting in there, and just a great blitzer, undersized but great speedy blitzer out there, and can make open field tackles.
Yeah.
And if he can't get to you, he'll rip your helmet off. So he definitely plays a bid.
Then he'll sack your quarterback on the next play.
Right.
Knock down your running back for a 3-yard loss.
Yep. No.
I mean, I get a penalty for ripping his hell off. Come on. This is football.
Right. It wasn't my fault he put his head down.
What do we need these face masks for?
Right, exactly. Those aren't grips? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not a grip.
Handles.
That's right. That's a good point there.
However,
looks like a handle.
Yeah. However, I mean, a rare occasion that you actually get to see this in a game. 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, one for 90 yards.
Yep.
And even more rare that we're going to give a defensive player the player of the game. Not that he's only a defensive player, because Tiffany plays offense also, but Little Herb, Tiffany, getting it done. 54-yard interception return for a touchdown on the opening drive of the game for the Bulldogs, and a 90-yard interception return on the opening drive of the second half. They were trying to score, and Tiffany took it back the other way. Herb Tiffany, great job tonight. 2 pick sixes, 144 yards of interception returns, plus all the other great stuff that he does throughout the night. Herb Tiffany is our player of the game.
Well, Digitel also want to thank them for not only sponsoring Mingus Marauder football, but making changes to our Verizon account so easy. When you go in right next to Suzy Q in Cottonwood, see the big old Texaco star, and just keep on going down the road just a quarter of a block, and right next door you're going to find the Digitel store in Cottonwood next to Suzy Q Market. Great customer service. Kingman, I thought, this is going to be a problem. There's one person behind the counter. I know I'm going to take a while. She was fantastic. She was working with me on this, working with this person over. And you know what? Nobody waited more than a couple of minutes to get what they needed, get the pieces going. Whether they needed parts, a new cover, whatever the case was. New phone. Talk to me about this new phone. She's sitting there typing stuff in, talking about new phones. Great customer service. Talk about multitask.
I got my new Kia Sarah phone there a couple of weeks ago, JB, and apparently I'm the only person on the planet that doesn't know how to program their voicemail. So I'll be heading back in there to get some of that great customer service.
I wouldn't either if you want to make it.
Okay. Well, that's both of us. We'll both be there this weekend.
Cool.
All right, fans. Hey, speaking of this weekend, lots of football at CMS. There's some big games this week at CMS, including the championship game of the middle school Metro division, where the CMS Lobos will be taking on the undefeated Push Ridge team from down in Tucson. Winner finishes the season undefeated. The loser goes 8-1. So we'll see how that one goes. Come on out and check it out. Root the Lobos on to victory tomorrow at 1 o'clock at CMS. And next Friday night, you can join us at Mingus High School for Marauder football. Coconino Panthers coming to town. Fans, we'd like to thank our director, Ryan Nichols, our graphics and replay man, Joey Kwiatkowski, our camera operators, Abby Kwiatkowski, Ethan Miller, and Alex Meidingler. And, of course, back in the studio, our man keeping us live and on the air, John Stabe. So thank you guys for making this run so smoothly for us. For Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra. We'll talk to you next Friday night live from the cave.